deserve righteous truth, and men that will hold you up and give you proper counsel. And that's what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. And that's why I brought you here, so that the people could see. Not so that you could deserve righteous truth. Because I know men that will hold you up. But I know what's in your heart is definitely right now disappointment. Definitely, almost probably shame. But sister, the way to fix it.
You know what? I'm not.
The way to fix it. I'm gonna wind up mine.
I didn't want to do it because it can be embarrassing.
Oh yeah.
But I can take it. I can take it. Just don't. This doesn't affect me. Yeah. All I'm looking to do now is for people to recognize exactly how destructive we are to each other, because I don't like to see relationships happen the way that mine and his did, and mine and others have done, because I think we are so wounded as individuals from whatever experiences we have had in our lives, that coming together sometimes is toxic. It's not healing. It's not in love. It's toxicity.
True.
And I want that to stop.
True.
I really do.
Beautiful.
I believe everyone should find that one person that they can build with, their family. And if it's more than one, so be it. Because the children suffer.
That's right. That's right. Now, sister.
The children suffer.
Sister.
Because I'm a mother.
Sister, can you do this for me? Can you tell these sisters what we're talking about specifically? I ain't doing this for the brothers out there, because some of these niggas out there are just like Lex. Some of these niggas is listening to this conversation, writing down how they can scam another woman, how they can abuse a woman in a relationship, how they can use a woman, how they can be a liar. Will you please address to the women and tell them what he did to you specifically, so they can see what this shit does if it comes to their doorstep? If they get, not maliciously, but just in righteousness and truth, because they want to know. These people here, they want to hear it because they haven't seen your video and they haven't been to other brothers' channel that took your video. So can you do that for them? Tell them what Lex did. Tell them what happened.
I'll say this: a woman's intuition, which we many times, because we have love in our heart for an individual, we ignore. And sisters know what I'm talking about. But you have to really tap into that. I've done that in the longer than I should have. But this time, I listened to it. And I said, it's time for us to part ways. Which we did. And I wasn't malicious in the parting of ways, because I did and still do care for the man. So I helped him along the way. But then, as everyone or those who did see the stream last night know, he took something from me because I was open. I was too open. Because I don't believe in lies. If I'm sharing myself with you, I want to share everything. But I'm also protective of my things as well. So I went on vacation and I came back to find out that some things were being withdrawn off my credit card. And I have to dispute those things because they weren't authorized. So that's essentially what happened.
Okay. Now,
and the denial of it to my family tipped me over. You see, I don't want my family to be so enraged over it, which they are, because my brothers know me and how good my heart is.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, and other people said to me, sometimes you have to step up and step out no matter what.
That's right.
And just make it known.
That's right.
Not to hurt, but make everything stop.
That's right.
Because as I said before, this is happening. We're hurting each other.
Mm-hmm.
We're hurting each other. And I don't want sympathy, because what he did doesn't really hurt me financially.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some sisters that would be hurt financially by a brother that they love doing this to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it's to a point where if we really do love each other as a people and consider ourselves brother and sister or family or anything, when you meet someone, your intentions must be good and pure. And if they are not, then separate amicably.
Now, sister,
without contention.
Sister, I have a question, another question. The specific things that you ran down on the stream the other night, on the show that you did, some of the expenditures now, were they necessary, or were they all unnecessary and abuse of your credit cards? Because see, the reason I'm asking that is to reveal to you and to these women the true motive, because I don't want you to be so forgiving to a fault. You understand? There are some people, even the Bible says, sister, that are created for destruction, only created, and they're only here to teach you a lesson, to teach me a lesson about what not to become. And that's their only plight. So I'm asking you, is there anything among the charges that he took out of your credit card and took your money and stuff, were there any of those things that were legit, were righteous? I heard something about a sex doll being purchased.
See, this is what I'm talking about, because it's being joked about, and because they don't like Lex, or they have
this is not a
some
joke.
kind of, let me finish.
Yes.
Because of some vendetta, they will say things that spread like wildfire. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he utilized the money for, because the way it came out did not come out as an expense to so-and-so. I don't know.
Okay, so
obviously,
they didn't give you what he spent.
Why he did it, I don't know. Because to say that you're angry at me for something, that would be wrong, because I didn't just say, kick rocks.
Yeah.
I made sure you were good.
Yeah, you gave him
just
money
like
to
I
leave
made
with.
Sure you were good when
true?
You were here. I treated you good. So what he did with what he took from me, which is what I gave is what I gave. I gave that out of my heart, my love. If it can benefit him, fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about after the fact. And then to deny it. And then to make streams for personal responsibility. So if we're all going to be responsible, I'm going to hold my responsibility. Maybe I wasn't good to you. Maybe our energy together wasn't good. But I thought I did the right thing by saying, this needs to stop here. I wish you and bid you peace, and let's just be good, sister, so I can heal and move on.
Sister, one other point I have to say. You keep saying this over and over, and I'm saying this to you out of love. Sister, please listen to me. You didn't do anything to warrant somebody robbing you. That mentality is a mentality that is smeared on women from time immemorial about you was at fault for being nice, for taking him in. Sister, listen to what you're saying. There is no fault of yours in trying to do good. There's no fault in yours other than being a little bit too good. You can't say that you had fault in this, sister. Everybody has relationship problems. Me and my lady argue like cats and dogs, but I don't go steal from her. You see, and what I'm saying to you, if you're accepting his theft as a part of his, immaturity or his inability to fix the relationship, or y'all having beef or something in a relationship, sister, that's never your fault. And if you continue that, then you're going to actually end up letting Lex probably back into your life, letting another Lex back into your life. I'm here saying this because I want you to kill that thought in your mind right now, that you were culpable in any of this. You didn't make Lex the kind of man that's over 40 years old and that would rob a woman that's trying to help him. There's nothing relationship wise that you could have done to spark that in this brother. And that's the reason why I'm saying to you, it's not, that you got to be malicious to him. You should be malicious. No. But you should not have that much sympathy, sister. If someone rapes a woman and they say to the woman,
All right, so what's going on with the family out there? For those that are tuned in, I'm gonna go back on this, but I just want to kind of bring out some things because there's a brother running around here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say too much about it, but he'll have you in the vortex. But the brother, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't do anything when it comes to helping people out. He more so is a schizophrenic. You know what I'm saying? Has different personalities. He can't. He doesn't. He's inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? He has no stability about himself, and so these are things that you hear over the years of proof. You know what I'm saying? Of proof and things, just substance of evidence coming up back to back about when brothers is just leeching off of the community or leeching in general off of people and causing strife and division in the community. So I really want to just bring some of those things out to where when I say that I've encountered or dealt with this brother personally, this brother is nothing but a manipulator, a leech, and always using people for what they got to try to get where he's going. He's done it on people's panels, on their channels. He's done it on Solar Minds. He's done it on Old God's channel. He's done it on my channel, and he's continuing to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then here's this woman who was supposedly with this man, and this man, yet and still, with a woman, took and used her credit card on some items that she never authorized him to use it on. This brother has been doing these things in the community for the longest. You know what I'm saying? This brother tried to slander my name today. This brother is an agent. He even talked about going to the FBI about some things when it came to Satnetta's show. You know what I'm saying? All types of slanderous stuff that this brother has done in the community and then say that he's for black people. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of just want to bring out some of these things that's been stated by him by a woman who was close to him, who he was actually with, that can tell you that this brother has been doing nothing but stirring up strife, using people, using different women. This brother been from place to place, excuse me, staying with multiple people and has not tried to make a way to where, for himself, but always using people and using their platforms. So I'm going to continue to bring out some things on this and show you guys my experience that I had with this guy. You know what I'm saying? And this guy continues to slander my name. Also talk against my wife, talk against my children. You guys can go over there on Solar Vision Debate League, or well, I'm sorry, Solar Vision Live. Matter of fact, let me give y'all the what's called. Y'all can go over to you can listen to it because he actually did a video on me today. And you guys can go and just listen to it and watch how he slanders and talks about my wife, saying that she has some big titties and she's nice looking and she's a thought and all this type of stuff. Then he talks about my kids, you know what I'm saying? And this is the same guy who actually made the Lakeisha app when it came to app that finds children, missing children. Now, my thing is this is because this is an oxymoron. I don't understand how is it that you say that you want to find children, but yet and still you say that you want to kill somebody's children. Do you want to find the children to kill the children? Or, what else is going on? So then this is the other brother. I mean, so this brother is a brother whose master teacher is Nature Boy. He co-signed Nature Boy, you know what I'm saying? Even though we pointed out that Nature Boy was molesting children. And so then we got this guy co-signing Nature Boy, but at the same time making a Lakeisha app to try to find children. So that's odd within itself, you know what I'm saying? And so then here's another thing too, just to bring out and mention some things too. You know, we have it to where I talked about solving the race problem the other day, how he has become more of a problem than actually solving the race problem. And so this guy says he deals with children. He's a counselor. I'm saying he says he all these things. Now, when you go look at Solar Division League Live or the argument, when you go look at the arguments that's over there. Matter of fact, let me give you guys the channel actually. That way you can go and check these things out yourself. Uh, and look on some of these things. It's called SVDL Live. When you go and look at the last video that he did on me, this guy solving the race problem jumps on there laughing and giggling. Never said anything to this guy and say, hey, bruh, you shouldn't be talking about this man's wife. If you got a problem with him or his or him, you shouldn't talk about his wife or his kids. Now, this the same guy solving the race problem that says that he counsels women or he counsels children and men and he educates them. Now, my thing is this is, what kind of education are you giving these people when you can't even correct a brother when he's talking about somebody's family? And matter of fact, you actually indulged in the conversation and took part in it by continuing to talk about my wife just as well, and then talk about my kids just as well, saying that they're not even my kids. So if you can see the kind of people that we're dealing with here, we're dealing with people that basically lie and say they have a foot in the community. But then when you check them out and you check out what they be saying and who they link themselves up with, you can kind of see to where why the community or their community is like it is, because you got these fools counseling people that can't even correct their own, and which makes no sense at all. So solving the race problem, he jumped in on a situation instead of coming in and correcting that guy. Now Yehukanan did. Yehukanan came in, and Yehukanan, shout out to Yehukanan, all praise to the Most High, because Yehukanan came in and said, hey, brother, you know, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know, he's like, you know, then he tried to lie. Yehukanan basically told him, well, nah, that ain't actually what happened. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what happened, this and that. And so then Yehukanan just told the brother that he loved him and this and that, and he can do better than what he's doing. And he jumped up off the panel. So then solving the race problem, he says he has his foot in the door of these communities, but yet and still he can't even police his own communities when he see foulness that's being done by a foolish brother that is stealing money from women and charging up people's credit cards and using people up. This is the same brother who told me and told other people that he put a curse on them, and unless we paid $1,000, that he can't take the curse up off of us. I showed you guys that video the last time. Right, so it's a lot of stuff that's going on. So I wanna show y'all and continue to show y'all this, brother. If y'all can share this, please, because this has to get out, because we can't help nobody out if you got people like this that's continuing to try to educate the people and not and making mockery and fun of people while they living like devils in any kind of way. And this is one of them, Lex Vortex.
Woman, all unnecessary and abuse.
You have to really tap into that. I've done that in the longer than I should have, but this time, I listened to it.
Hey, what's up?
And I said, it's time for us to part ways.
What's up, G-Con? How you been, bro?
Hey, have you lost your mind?
How I lost my mind?
Right. Why are you calling? Why are you in doing the inbox for me while I'm live?
Wait, why'd you even pick up the phone? That's the other thing.
That's what I'm asking you. Why would you be calling me or be doing an inbox while I'm doing a hangout while I'm live? Why would you be? Did you call?
I wasn't calling you specifically.
Right.
I was calling everyone else. Why are you even here though?
And then another thing too is why is it that you be slandering me on YouTube?
Well, you do lose to the Emperor.
Right. You the biggest troll that I know, man. And you need to take me up. You need to take me up out this hangout because all you do is just slander all the time, anyways.
That ain't slander.
Right. That's another clown to be slandering all the time. Ain't gonna try to get on there. How you doing, G-Con? Well, oh, that's what it's about. You be slandering me all the time now. How you doing, G-Con? You know what I'm saying? All that slandering. But anyways, let me click back on this.
Mm-hmm. Which we did.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't malicious in the parting of ways because I did and still do care for the man. Is you do no harm.
All unnecessary and abuse of your credit cards. Because see, the reason I'm asking that is to reveal to you, and they have a bit of other channel.
Protective of my things as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on vacation and I came back to find out that some things were being withdrawn off my credit card.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to dispute those things because they weren't authorized.
Mm-hmm.
So that's essentially what happened.
Okay. Now,
and the denial of it to my family took me over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see, I don't want my family to be so enraged over it, which they are, because my brothers know me and how good my heart is.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, and other people said to me, sometimes you have to step up and step out no matter what.
That's right.
And just make it known.
That's right.
Not to hurt, but make everything stop.
That's right.
Because as I said before, this is happening. We're hurting each other.
Mm-hmm.
We're hurting each other. And I don't want sympathy because what he did doesn't really hurt me financially.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some sisters that would be hurt financially by a brother that they love doing this to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it's to a point where if we really do love each other as a people and consider ourselves brother and sister or family or anything, when you meet someone, your intentions must be good and pure. And if they are not, then separate amicably.
Now, sister,
without contention.
Sister, I have a question, another question. The specific things that you ran down on the stream the other night on the show that you did, some of the expenditures now, were they necessary or were they all unnecessary and abuse of your credit cards? Because see, the reason I'm asking that is to reveal to you and to these women the true motive, because I don't want you to be so forgiving to a fault. You understand? There are some people, even the Bible says, sister, that are created for destruction. Only created, and they're only here to teach you a lesson, to teach me a lesson about what not to become. And that's their only plight. So I'm asking you, is there anything among the charges that he took out of your credit card and took your money and stuff? Were there any of those things that were legit, were righteous? I heard something about a sex doll being purchased.
See, this is what I'm talking about, because it's being joked about, and because they don't like Lex, or they have
no, this is not a joke.
Kind of, let me finish. Yes. Because of some vendetta, they will say things that spread like wildfire. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he utilized the money for because the way it came out did not come out as an expense to so-and-so. I don't know.
Okay, so
obviously,
they didn't give you what he spent.
Why he did it, I don't know. Because to say that you're angry at me for something, that would be wrong. Because I didn't just say, kick rocks.
Yeah.
I made sure you were good.
Yeah, you gave him money to leave with.
Sure you were good when you were here. I treated you good. So what he did with what he took from me, which is what I gave is what I gave. I gave that out of my heart, my love. If it can benefit him, fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about after the fact. And then to deny it. And then to make streams for personal responsibility. So if we're all going to be responsible, I'm going to hold my responsibility. Maybe I wasn't good to you. Maybe our energy together wasn't good. But I thought I did the right thing by saying this needs to stop here. I wish you and bid you peace, and let's just be good, sister, so I can heal and move on.
Sister, one other point I have to say.
Now, I'm telling y'all right now, this guy been doing this for the longest. This guy, I'm telling you, let me tell y'all, when I met Lex Vortex, he came to St. Louis, right? And so he always got a problem. He always talking about, he just got on this, talking about white people, right? But what's crazy is we in Walmart, right? We go get a couple of things because he rolled with me in the truck, right? Now, he see a white woman. The white woman had a nice little body on her. Lex was about to holler at the white woman because he seen her and he seen that she had a body on her. So he wasn't so against white women, white people at that time, because he sure was looking at that white woman like that. And so it kills me that this brother is this, now he's this how do you want to say it? He's against mamzers and he's against people who are mixed. But then when you seen this white woman, you couldn't take your eyes off of her. You know what I'm saying? So, this is the hypocritical stuff that I'm talking about. And so then the brother is so much, when he came, we rode and the brother, I accidentally made him miss his bus, right? He missed his bus because the brother was trying to help him out. So he was traveling through St. Louis and the brother was trying to help him out. And he went down there and he visited the brother. The brother was staying in the woods or somewhere and the brother didn't have no toilets or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And Lex didn't want to live like nature boy. So he left that and then he slid through St. Louis. And so then when he slides through St. Louis, he hollered and he called me up. So I come and I go get the brother. You know what I'm saying? He come over, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He come over, he get in the truck looking like, what's going on, Miss Holly? Looking like, you know what I'm saying? Like Shrek in the face, you know what I'm saying? And then, this brother, you could tell the brother, he been through some stuff because the brother got on some size 13 Shaq dunks, you know what I'm saying? And walking like he got 2 left feet. So I'm like, cool, you know what I'm saying? We rode, took the brother downtown. Well, not downtown, but mid St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? We had where we go? We went to the best steakhouse. I'm saying he had a steak and he had a chicken plate, you know what I'm saying? The brother was eating like he, you know what I'm saying, like he ain't ate before. So I get as much as you want, brother. Get as much as you want, So then, we rolled out. And then so when I realized that he was gonna miss his bus, I went on and got him a hotel, you know what I'm saying? So he could go and stay at the hotel. But to show you how shady he is, because I had to tell him, I had to say, well, listen, bro, it's cool, you can go and stay at the little hotel or whatever, but make sure that you don't touch these people's liquor in here because I'm not paying for none of that liquor, you know what I'm saying? But, you shouldn't have to tell a person that, You know what I'm saying? Because they should know that. But when brothers is shady and they scheme all the time, and you know that they scheme all the time, that's what you have to tell them. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when you see that the brother is basically in here, when you see that the brother the sister is talking about what this brother is doing, it's not nothing to where you can't see that he actually did this. I told y'all when I first had G Consciousness Radio and Lex used to come on and he was trying to gather all that money from them Israelites like that, and they wouldn't give him no money, or the money that they did give him, if they ever got that money back, because what he planned to do never materialized. Never. Whatever he starts, he never finished. It never materialized. And so if they got that money back, we don't know that. But we know this sister right here, credit card stuff came up missing. And Lex Vortex is the one to be blamed for that, because he's with this lady. He's lying with this lady. He stays with this lady. And then he waits till she go out of town and he uses her credit card. And this lady was in love with this dude. You know what I'm saying? And so this is the type of stuff that he does. You know what I'm saying? And then what he did was he came on G Consciousness Radio. You know what I'm saying? He came on there. He dirtied up that. You know what I'm saying? He was a great manipulator. Every time this dude would ask to do a show, I will open up the panel so he could do the show. But really, in honesty, his whole thing was to chase after the Israelites, because he was mad at them. And at that time, we was both going at the Israelites. So then his thing also was to chase after the Armor Ra Squad. Now we know this brother been running up after the Armor Ra Squad and running up after Sarnetta and them for the longest. But here's the crazy thing. This brother do all of this stuff for attention and AdSense. Now he'll talk about his page and he'll say, well, my page got all of this and my page got that. But this brother got 10 or 11 pages. And not only that, all of them was getting shut down because of the drama that he was on. So, of course, you got these views because all you do is kick up drama. But like I told you before, who have you actually helped in the community? You've done more robbing and stealing and destroying than helping out any community, and misinformation with your unstable behind. So all of this has to be jotted and looked at. This brother, you know what's crazy? He says, LaRon, you've been the same way for 5 years. And I said, you know what? That's good, because you see consistency with what I'm doing. I haven't been talking about nothing but the same stuff for 5 years. If you ask this brother what he's been doing for 5 years, it's been the same thing. Using people, manipulating people. Now he over there using Solar Mind up. You know what I'm saying? Manipulating Solar Mind. And then that's going to break up, because it broke up in the first place, because Lex don't know how to be honest when it comes to dealing with friends and people, you know what I'm saying? And he don't know how to maintain a good relationship with people, because he's very controlling, you know what I'm saying? He's very manipulative, you know what I'm saying? And so this is the type of things that he do. He only use you to build his own stuff up. And then once he build his own stuff up, then he get on about his business. But then once he see that people is getting tired of the BS that he kicking, then he try to use you again. So you can so like right now, you can build your own page, but but I guess you and Solar got this thing going on, or whatever the case may be, to where you say that it's this thing to where you're building Solar's page up. But Solar, what you don't understand is you will only go so high dealing with Lex Vortex, because Lex Vortex tears people's pages down. Lex Vortex has a bad he has a bad personality, man. And you could check that stuff out. You've been dealing with this dude for years. He's a traitor. This dude is ridiculous. This dude talked about how I don't like Africans and me lying, and I hate black people. This dude talked about black people so bad, and it's on record. You can go and listen to it. He called Africans booty scratchers, all types of stuff. Talking about they don't know how to run Africa. The Africans is this and that. And then he started off calling them the Canaanites, but he switched that up now because scholarly he knew he couldn't debate that. So now black people is these other people. They all of this so crazy stuff. He don't know what stance he wants to take. He just told y'all 2 months ago, come to Jesus because Jesus loved you. Now it's this month, there is no Jesus. F your kids, F your family. But then he came out with the Lakeisha app, and the brother had to cut in several times with that because he seen that Lex Vortex wasn't concerned about nobody's kids. Because he was just talking about killing kids and killing people's family. So how you concerned about kids? So this is the game that this brother is playing. So let's continue to listen to this young lady talk about the relationship that she had with Lex Vortex. But if I was her, I wouldn't even, she should have known. People warned her. This brother been doing this all the time. So y'all can listen to the foolery of this brother and laugh and giggle at him, you know what I'm saying, and do business with him and share panels with him. But this brother is wicked as hell. Then he gonna talk about, oh, I make 30. These guys always talking about my job because I'm a truck driver. But then when I tell them about the money that I'm making as being a truck driver and helping people out, then they want to talk about I'm bragging about my job. No, I'm not bragging about the job. If you're going to talk about my job, then I show you the money that I'm making, and then you start looking stupid. How am I bragging? You might want to come and be a truck driver too, Lex Vortex. That way you won't have to be walking around and taking the Greyhound all your life. You might as well drive a Greyhound or come and drive one of these trucks so you can make some good money. That way you won't have to be living like a vagabond. You want to talk about Hebrew Israelites talking about that they was vagabonds and going into people's houses and taking their stuff. You might be a Hebrew Israelite then, Lex, because if that's the case, and that's what you say about them, you do the same thing. You're a vagabond. You go from house to house. You're unstable. You have no stability about yourself, and you're an intelligent guy. But if you got that much intelligence and you can talk and you don't stutter and I stutter, why is it, brother, that you can't overcome situations that you in? And why is it that you have to use people still and manipulate all the time, bro? Why do you have to do that, bro? You got all these channels. And when I sat back and watched you brothers fighting with each other for AdSense on Facebook, shutting each other's pages down just for AdSense, dude. Just for pennies. Being traitors towards each other just for pennies, bro. I ain't never did that, bro. I ain't even never monetized one page that I had, bro. That's why you got all these pages, because you thought you was popping. You thought you was going to be getting these AdSense, and you was working hard. The white supremacists had you working hard just for AdSense, just to spread all this drama that you had, these reality TV shows that you had. That's all you was doing, bro. And then you chased behind Sonetta just to get a name. Then you wanted to step to me and say, well, I'm like 5'7", and you're like 6'4", right? With some Shaq dunks on, size 13 Shaq dunks on, right? Because he really had on Shaq dunks. You want to step to me, but when Rob Bourne stepped to you, you was quiet. You didn't say anything. You was smiling and grinning from ear to ear, looking like Shrek in the face, and didn't do anything. Nothing, bro. Nothing at all. But all of that stuff that you talked when you seen him, you did nothing. But then you want to talk stuff to me and talk stuff to my family and my kids. But when you seen Rob Bourne and he stood over you and was breathing right in your face and you didn't do nothing, bro. You just stood there. And everybody that you seen, that you talked about in New York, that you seen, the only reason why you was good there was because this young lady, most likely. Because you didn't talk so much stuff, and you didn't hid in the den of the caves and Nashville, wherever you at. But you's a liar, bro. And you've been a liar. You've been cheating people out of money, manipulating people. And just as you did this young lady, it's something that you've been doing. So when I heard it, I didn't find that it was odd that it happened. I wasn't even surprised. I said, this brother been doing that, man. He's been doing that. That's why when I asked him, I said, what have you actually done about the community that you say you love and you care about? Nothing, bro. You haven't done nothing. We can't out of all these 5 or 6 years, bro, we don't have nothing good to say about you, Lex Vortex. Nothing at all, bro. You got all this information. You can speak good, but what good can we actually say about you, bro? Nothing. Only thing we can say is that brother flip-flop and it has a mental condition. Then you say that if we went, because we deal with the Bible, if we went to a psychologist, they'll say we was crazy. Brother, they'll diagnose you with 30 personalities, brother, if you went in. Because you was just Jesus Lex Vortex last month or 2 months ago. Now let's listen to this clown right here. Go back.
When it's to a point protective of my things as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on vacation.
And then another thing, he says, oh, well, LeRon will pay. He'll pay to do a show, or he'll pay to snap. You know why I pay people to do what's called on there? I'm gonna tell you exactly why I pay people to do go on their platform and do things on their platform and to get people to come on the platform. You know why I do that? Number one, Solar reached out to me and asked me that I want to debate in his league. I didn't reach out to Solar, he reached out to me, right? And so I said, okay, that's cool. And yeah, me and Solar got into it in the past, and we still get into it today about the same stuff. But one thing he's gonna tell you, I've been saying the same thing that I was saying back then, and I ain't flopped, bro. And so just because we may have words, I still try to keep it real and keep it 100 with these brothers and let them know, you, brother, we know what you do. You flip flop. We seen what you do. And so then not only that is you want to say, well, I may pay them, or I say, well, I'm going to have some people to come in and speak, or I want to do a series on your show. That'll grow his show, that'll grow his panel, and it'll help out people this out there. I can do that on my own panel and grow my own panel. Why don't I do it on my own panel? Because I don't have the time to do it on my panel. But if I got people that's coming in that can help me run a panel, and once they come in, and I'm paying people to come in, different people who got doctor's degrees to come in and speak to the people, why not? And then not only that is, you can never say that I've never contributed to your channel. I'm doing things for free. One of the reasons why I don't do things for free, because I don't want nobody to say that they made me, bro. Nobody. No, bro. I helped your channel, and I also paved the way for myself. That's why I do that. And not only that is, if I'm sitting and I'm watching this man's channel on a daily basis, of course I'm gonna shoot something on the chat, shoot money on the chat. I did it on your channel. I do it on Vocab's channel. I do it on what's the brother's channel, the Flat Earther. I do it on Sinetta's channel. Whatever channel that I'm seeing, that I'm watching, if it's keeping me up while I'm driving down this highway, I might not disagree. I might not agree with some of the stuff they dealing with. I'm going to shoot money there. Why? Because I'm listening to it. So why not? Huh? There you go, bro. I'm saying whatever. So I did it on your channel. I did it on Israel Doctor's channel. All of y'all channels, bro. It ain't a channel that I don't watch, who I don't contribute to. Even if I don't agree with what they dealing with, if they got a super chat and I'm watching it and I'm listening to people, I'm listening to the debates, I'm going to shoot some money there, bro, regardless. So y'all can say what y'all want to say about me, but guess what? I ain't just sitting around and ain't contributing to nothing. And so you can keep talking that crazy stuff, but we don't never see you contributing to anything, bro.
And I came back to find out that some things were being withdrawn off my credit card.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to dispute those things because they weren't authorized.
Mm-hmm.
So that's essentially what happened.
Okay. Now,
and the denial of it to my family took me over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see, I don't want my family to be so enraged over it, which they are, because my brothers know me and how good my heart is.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, and other people said to me, sometimes you have to step up and step out no matter what,
That's right.
and just make it known.
That's right.
Not to hurt, but make everything stop.
That's right.
Because as I said before, this is happening. We're hurting each other.
Mm-hmm.
We're hurting each other. And I don't want sympathy because what he did doesn't really hurt me financially.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some sisters that would be hurt financially by a brother that they love doing this to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it's to a point where if we really do love each other as a people and consider ourselves brother and sister or family or anything, when you meet someone, your intentions must be good and pure. And if they are not.
And then this young lady is talking with some sense. She says that this brother Lex slandered her because she put him out because he did something to offend her. Well, she was there for this dude. This dude called her a witch. And I remember when this brother was staying with this sister, because I remember when he was at her house using up her internet, that, you know, and that she, all the stuff that was in the background that looked like girly stuff. And I was like, there he go again, staying with another woman, because this is what he does. I'm saying, then he want to call me the TBN Christian, but then he's in the background watching TBN. You know what I'm saying? So all of these games did he play. So I remember this. You know what I'm saying? I remember all of this when he was staying with that woman. You know what I'm saying? And also when he's been staying with other people while they at work, this jerk doing shows 100 miles per hour, getting in there with these women, using these women up. But then once they get mad and then they see that he's using them up, that he doesn't want to do nothing with himself, that he has no stability about himself, then he wants to leave. I mean, not leave. When they kick him out because they realize he's nothing, then he wants to basically get mad at them and slander them. And it's just so happened that he slandered this woman right here. And she's still in love, you know what I'm saying, really telling her after the brother did a show about her and try to say crazy stuff about her, say she's a witch and all types of stuff. But then she's revealing this brother's heart. It should never even went that way. And even while Michael Edwards was asking about the sex doll or whatever, did she was like, no, it's not a joke, it's not a game, you know, about it. This is serious, you know what I'm saying? Because really this brother does need help, and he has different this brother probably can get a check. And so he has different personalities when you look at it. Yeah, slandering them, basically. That's what he's doing. So that's what the brother was doing. But let's continue on and hit this play button, because after he did that, this sister was still hurting about the situation. You know what I'm saying? And you know, really, breaking it down, showing what really happened. He did all of these shows on Garfield. He did all of these shows on Sonetta and Polite. But at the same time, he'll tell you, oh, give your money to me. Hit that donate button. But at the same time, this brother is living foul and living wicked. And then trying to get your money, talking about that he got these ideals, but he's going to take your money and run off and do a Nature Boy. That's why he was so linked up with what Nature Boy was doing. And then once you came up against Nature Boy and you talked about what Nature Boy was off into, you know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, he's lying, they're lying. The video right there, Nature Boy said that he was letting a little child, a baby, touch his penis. Why didn't you make a show about that, Lex, and expose that? Why? Because you the same person that made the Lakeisha app where you was trying to find children, and then also talking about you'll kill a child or kill somebody's family. Then another thing is this. This brother calls me an agent, but he's actually the one doing the police work. This brother looked up my record and say, I beat my wife. My wife would laugh at you if you ever said that. She would straight laugh. I ain't never beat my wife. And what's so crazy about it is reason why she'll laugh is because that charge that I got for a domestic case was from the first mother of my child. And I didn't put my hands on her or touch her. That charge was because she lied about something. And when she lied about it, they dropped the case and they almost locked her up, actually, because her story didn't check out. That's what happened. She actually bruised and hit herself and say that I hit her or something like that and lied. And the detectives was about to lock her up because she did that. And she'll tell you that to this day because she was lying about it and she apologized to this day. So don't play any games, bro, because I could bring them both on here and they'll both tell you. I've never, bro, never, when it came to putting my hands on my woman or stuff like that. Dude, I jumped out of a window, 2-story window, just to get away from the mother of my child because she was trying to put her hands on me, dude. So I don't want to hear none of that. You a lie, bro. And that was what, years ago. So you could pull up any case that you want to, any misdemeanor, any case, whatever the case may, whatever you want to pull up, but you's a lie about that, bro. So you don't even know what's going on. My wife, she'll laugh at you if you ever say that I beat my wife and saying that I'm over the road and what my wife is doing at the house and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe my wife does do anything like that. But if she did that, you know what I'm saying, that'd be on her. You know what I'm saying? If she did that. I don't worry about stuff like that. Only thing I do is to do what the Lord tell me to do and move like he tell me to move. If she wants to be a part of that, which she is a part of that, then let's go all the way then. And she's been going all the way then. She's been a good woman, you know what I'm saying? And so if she wants to get from beyond that, then okay, she gets from beyond that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't sit here worrying about or for you to be trying to plant stuff in my mind saying, well, your wife doing this or your wife doing that or she doing this and that. Brother, I don't trip off of none of that, bro. I be laughing when you be saying that because you're silly, you know what I'm saying? And make it so bad is you the one out there stealing and then talking about killing.
Then separate amicably.
Now, sister,
without contention.
Sister, I have a question, another question. The specific things that you ran down on the stream the other night on the show that you did, some of the expenditures now, were they necessary or were they all unnecessary and abuse of your credit cards? Because see, the reason I'm asking that is to reveal to you and to these women the true motive, because I don't want you to be so forgiving to a fault. You understand? There are some people, even the Bible says, sister, that are created for destruction. Only created, and they're only here to teach you a lesson, to teach me a lesson about what not to become. And that's their only plight. So I'm asking you, is there anything among the charges that he took out of your credit card and took your money and stuff? Were there any of those things that were legit, were righteous? I heard something about a sex doll being purchased.
No, see, this is what I'm talking about. Because it's being joked about, and because they don't like Lex, or they have
this is not a joke.
Kind of, let me finish. Yes. Because of some vendetta, they will say things that spread like wildfire. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he utilized the money for, because the way it came out did not come out as an expense to so-and-so. I don't know. Okay, so obviously,
they didn't give you what he spent.
Why he did it, I don't know. Because to say that you're angry at me for something, mm-hmm. that would be wrong, because I didn't just say, kick rocks.
Yeah.
I made sure you were good.
Yeah, you gave him money to leave with.
Sure you were good when you were here. I treated you good. So what he did with what he took from me, which is what I gave is what I gave. I gave that out of my heart, my love. If it can benefit him, fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about after the fact. Mm-hmm. And then to deny it. Mm-hmm. And then to make streams for personal responsibility. So if we're all going to be responsible, I'm going to hold my responsibility. Maybe I wasn't good to you. Maybe our energy together wasn't good. But I thought I did the right thing by saying this needs to stop here. I wish you and bid you peace, and let's just be good, sister, so I can heal and move on.
Sister, one other point I have to say. You keep saying this over and over, and I'm saying this to you out of love. Sister, please listen to me. You didn't do anything to warrant somebody robbing you. That mentality is a mentality that is smeared on women from time immemorial about you was at fault for being nice, for taking him in. Sister, listen to what you're saying. There is no fault of yours in trying to do good. There is no fault in yours other than being a little bit too good. You can't say that you had fault in this, sister. Everybody has relationship problems. Me and my lady argue like cats and dogs, but I don't go steal from her. You see, and what I'm saying to you, if you're accepting his theft as a part of his, immaturity or his inability to fix the relationship, or y'all having beef or something in a relationship, sister, that's never your fault. And if you continue that, then you're going to actually end up letting Lex probably back into your life, letting another Lex back into your life. I'm here saying this because I want you to kill that thought in your mind right now, that you were culpable in any of this. You didn't make Lex the kind of man that's over 40 years old and that would rob a woman that's trying to help him. There's nothing relationship-wise that you could have done to spark that in this brother. And that's the reason why I'm saying to you, it's not, that you got to be malicious to him. You should be malicious. No. But you should not have that much sympathy, sister. If someone rapes a woman and they say to the woman, well, man, you ain't had to come in my house and you shouldn't have wore those short clothes and shit. That's a man telling you that he has no responsibility, no self-respect, and he's putting everything, his decisions, on you. You should not bear that. The only way you should bear it is as a mistake that happened, sister, and you getting away from that mistake, and you going on with your life and becoming the great sister that you already are, that you have that kind of heart to help a black man. And you niggas out there that's listening to this, excuse me, sister, but you fucking low-life ass niggas that's listening to this, you would lay up and take advantage of a sister that at the end of the day even is taking responsibility for your wretched shit. I can't stand it. And this shit damn near bringing me to tears, sister. Why? Not because I give a fuck about Lex, but because I care about you. Listen to me.
That's what I'm trying to convey with this. My message is we should care about each other.
Sister, listen to me. Listen to me, sister.
And I understand there won't be kumbaya between us all.
Sister,
I see in the chat one person asked, why didn't I heed people's warning? Well, as I said before, in my mind, and I know, brother, what you said about the Bible, I don't follow that. The way I am raised and my belief is you do no harm. I'm not going to cheat and lie and steal from anybody. And I'm expecting same treatment because of the person I am and as giving as I am. And I would hope that your heart would be open enough to see this is a good person who's trying to help me. But then again, some people's heart is not ready.
Sister.
He wasn't ready for me. Maybe we didn't get along.
Sister,
whatever.
It's not about that. Sister, listen to me. I am over 40. How old are you? I know you're around my age. Are you under 50? Don't tell your whole age.
No.
You're under 50?
50.
Okay. Sister, listen to me. At 50 years old, this bit of knowledge that I'm sharing today, and I'm saying to you, sister, you got to receive it. I'm not telling you what you better do, but I say you got to receive this because your son speaks my same words. If he's an adult, if he's a man of that age, I guarantee you, your son is speaking my words. I guarantee you, your mother, your blessed mother, and your blessed father, and even their memory, if they're not here anymore, they would be speaking my words to you. The Almighty God, or the Great Spirit, or the ancestors, or whatever you submit to as a human, would be speaking to you my words. Sister, you must heed what I'm saying to you. You do not deserve any of that. You cannot continue relationships worrying about what's in a person's heart, because what's in their heart is the same thing they manifest outwardly. The scripture says, and Christ says, what is in a man will be the thing that comes out of man. A man is not defiled by what he takes in, but what comes from within.
And then you got to understand, like this, any woman that runs into a man. Now you can have a man to where he might be on, he might have lost his job. He might be, what I'm saying, on down and out at that point. But when you're dealing with a man that is always just down, just, can't get up, and then when he is getting up, he using somebody to get up, then you need to look at that and say, why is it that this man is 40 plus on this internet playing these games, but can't keep a job, can't keep a house, can't hold it down, but he's on this internet playing games? So you got to look at stuff like that, and you got to say, if that man is not holding nothing down or he don't have his own, you can't afford to be, as a woman, taking that man in, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to run into these very problems, what you see right now with this brother. And so now this brother has made it to where if you a woman, just Google his name. If you just Google the brother's name, right? If you Google his name, what you'll run into is that the brother has been on this internet the majority of his time. So you can see why he has no stability. And then his whole personalities, which he had probably like 30 of them, you can see online. It's online. His whole lifestyle is online. Now, if you're spending that much time and your lifestyle is online, and then you look at your lifestyle in reality, your job, how you relate to people, you can kind of see why you never accomplish nothing, why you're never going anywhere. Because look at your lifestyle. So when you run in contact with these people, you look, this brother is on the internet, and then he got so many pages, it ain't like you getting any money from that, like that. Because you don't even get that many watches yourself. And when you use Solomon's pages, that's about as much as the watches that you get. And when you was getting about 75 to 100 watches, it's because of what? You was acting a fool, talking about people, being a lame. That's what you was doing. Dealing with the drama, because it wasn't about no information. You was just dealing with drama, and because you was dealing with the drama and people like drama, they came to your page. But you still couldn't even get up over 100 watches. You never got to 150 most of the times. If that, you stayed under 100. Anybody can open up a page, get on some drama, and get 50 to 100 watchers, because drama sells. People do drama all day long on Facebook and on just to get a clout or to get a watch. And they go and put a video out there, and then they get all of these subscribers. Or they might use the news or media to put it on their page just to get subscribers. People do it all day long, Lex. You can go and talk about 6ix9ine on your page and get all subscribers and get all what you call. And that's what you were doing every chance you got. You put Sanetta's name in your mouth. Why? So you can get subscribers. Everything that happened in these streets, you put it on your page. Why? So you can get subscribers. And you was selling yourself out for playing the media just for some AdSense. I don't do that, bruh. I don't do that at all, bruh. I don't have to do that. So of course your page will be built fast because that's what you was doing, bruh. I don't care about your page being building fast or whatever the case may be, but y'all don't hear from me from weeks at times.
On to without. That means that if you're sitting here worried about Lex's heart, you need to look at his actions. There is no way to separate a man's actions from what's going on in their intentions in their heart. Now, I'm telling you, sister, this is wisdom.
Did you even hear me, though?
No, I hear you.
I mean, I saw this, and I separated myself. That's the point.
But you still have. Listen to me, sister.
You don't see the action.
No, listen, sister. You misunderstanding me. Listen to what I'm saying. I heard that. We all heard that. We all respect you for putting this Negro out your place. We all respect you from cutting him off the credit cards. But what we don't and can't understand nor respect, and nor will I accept from any black woman, is after you see the truth, sister, after this nigga robs you, and you're still saying there's something in his heart worth you giving him love or even respect about. That, sister, is a shame. Because if somebody was to rape a child, like one of my little daughters here, my stepdaughters, if at any point they would tell me they have compassion for a person that raped them, I would beat the shit out of them. I'd turn them upside down by their ankles. And one of them is a big girl. And I beat her motherfucking ass until I go to prison. Why? So that I leave a lasting impression in her that you can't change the world. You can't change other people's heart, especially when what's in their heart causes them to destroy you. You cannot continue ignoring the actions of a brother that lied to you with his mouth and then out his actions destroy you. If you wouldn't have put him out, I bet you probably later on, you probably would have been negative some more to the point where it would hurt you. Maybe you're financially able to take that kind of loss. But whether you can take it or not, that don't mean that you should accept it. Put him out and just let it go. Sister, you got to help somebody else. You got to help somebody else because some of these sisters sitting up with a trifling, dirtbag ass nigga in their house that would not only rob them, but would probably rob their children of their virginity. Like I said, I'm a stepfather and I got girls in this house. Some of these bitch niggas around here, around the country, raping their stepdaughters. And I'm saying to you, if a nigga would steal from you, he'd do anything. Stealing is the same as stealing a child's virginity. There ain't no big stealing and little stealing.
And see, excuse the language of Michael Edwards. I understand his position, but here's the thing too, because I have to agree with him on that. Lex has already talked about killing people's kids and talking about people's family several times. So if he's talking about killing people's kids and their family and their wives, what makes you think he won't molest your children? What makes you think that he won't harm you or do something to you, steal and try to destroy? The devil coming but forth to steal, kill, and destroy. So if somebody is able to talk about kids and say they will kill your kids, right? Then it's clear that that's a type of hatred that you see, that this is what, you know, he definitely owned that already. So this is clear that this brother right here, you know, he will do these things and you need to be careful. And so a lot of women need to be warned by Deuce Bigelow male gigolos. You know what I'm saying? Because any chance that they get, they're gonna use you. You know what I'm saying? Now it might even be people out there that's doing business with Lex that don't know that this brother is using your panel. You may be afraid to even say something about the situation. Or not that's even afraid, but just because you don't want to sever that type of relationship with that person. But at the same time, when you stand back and you look at it, you feeling that this person is extra aggressive. And not only that is, this person is a manipulator. And then once you see it and you find it out and you look at it and you tally it up, then you realize I really don't need to be dealing with this person like that, because every time I deal with this person always crossed me. Always do that. So then he'll always say, well, G Constant always trying to get personal. Yeah, I definitely get personal because you get personal. You know why I'm getting personal? Because y'all brothers will say certain things out y'all mouth and don't think that it's personal, but it's definitely personal. So then when the brother come out and they get to exposing what you're doing, then you get to getting mad and getting upset. I don't got to be around none of y'all. I don't have to say anything to none of y'all. You can't never say that you did something for me, because I'm always making sure that I'm doing stuff that for y'all. So you can't never say that, well, you did this and that. Why? Because I pay for what I do. Therefore, you can't go and you can't say that you made me or this and that. No, brother. I gave my time and I gave my money. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you benefited from that both ways. So Lex, you're doing a lot of lying here. You're doing a lot of games that you playing. So when facts start coming out, then you want to talk about, you want to make up stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you can make up stuff, but the facts can come out. We can go back several years and got you on record talking about black people and how you hate black people, how you hate Africans and all of that. I ain't never said nothing like that, bro. Never. You on record talking about that we a stupid race of people, this and that. You on record with that, Lex. So you could talk all that crazy stuff that you want, but I ain't been saying nothing different. I've been saying the same thing. And like I said, if you got a problem with white people, and stop looking at white women and trying to holler at them then.
And he putting everything, his decisions, on you. You should not bear that. The only way you should bear it is as a mistake that happened, sister, and you getting away from that mistake, and you going on with your life and becoming the great sister that you already are, that you have that kind of heart to help a black man. And you niggas out there that's listening to this, excuse me, sister, but you fucking low-life ass niggas that's listening to this, you would lay up and take advantage of a sister that at the end of the day even is taking responsibility for your wretched shit. I can't stand it. And this shit damn near bringing me to tears, sister. Why? Not because I give a fuck about Lex, but because I care about you. Listen to me. Listen to me.
That's what I'm trying to convey with this. My message is we should care about each other.
Sister, listen to me. Listen to me, sister.
And I understand there won't be kumbaya between us all.
Sister,
I see in the chat one person asked, why didn't I heed people's warning? Well, as I said before, in my mind, and I know, brother, what you said about the Bible, I don't follow that. The way I am raised and my belief is you do no harm. I'm not going to cheat and lie and steal from anybody. and I'm expecting same treatment because of the person I am and as giving as I am. And I would hope that your heart would be open enough to see this is a good person who's trying to help me. But then again, some people's heart is not ready.
Sister.
He wasn't ready for me. Maybe we didn't get along.
Sister,
whatever.
It's not about that. Sister, listen to me. I am over 40. How old are you? I know you're around my age. Are you under 50? Don't tell your whole age.
No.
You're under 50?
50.
Okay. Sister, listen to me. At 50 years old, this bit of knowledge that I'm sharing today, and I'm saying you, sister, you got to receive it. I'm not telling you what you better do.
And so even with that, this lady is 50 years old. And Lex is probably around about like 43 at that. You know what I'm saying? And you know this lady, she older. She sound like she older, but then you trying to act all hip and young. Like I say, the brother had gold teeth in his mouth, chains all on his hands. You out here trying to monopolize the game like Doc Holliday. You know what I'm saying? And trying to be Deuce Bigelow, the male gigolo. You know what I'm saying? It's clear what you was doing, Lex. You know, you trying to get out here, you know what I'm saying, with them Shaq dunks on, them size 13s, and get out here and try to manipulate these older women. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're trying to do. I wouldn't put it past if you try to push up to 60. Because you know, when they go out of town or when they doing certain things, you can get them credit cards and get the scheming and scamming. You know what I'm saying? Sitting back eating Wingstop all day and ordering pork pizza. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? All of that type of stuff, bro. I already know what you was on already, because the stuff that you planning, that you doing, is stuff that we see all day long on you know, from these guys out here. You know what I'm saying? And so it was clear what you was doing, bro. But she caught you up and told you that you had to leave. You know what I'm saying? You sliding this lady's credit card while she, you know what I'm saying? That's just all bad business, yo. You don't do no stuff like that, man. You know, you all out of pocket, man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't bought a couple of golds in your mouth, all types of stuff. Come on, bro. Let's get it together. You pushing over 40 years old and you buying gold and putting them in your mouth and then talking like you got to spit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no sense, bro. It makes no sense, bro. And y'all got this fool sitting up there running the show on SDVL Live and on Solar Vision Debate League. This nigga ain't never stood on nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so he shouldn't need, you know, y'all better look at that. Watch the people who around you who be leeching all the time, man. Just leeches. And y'all women, y'all heard Lex Vortex talk, you know what I'm saying? And y'all thinking like this brother, you know what I'm saying? He may talk good, he may don't stutter, he know all the words to say. And when you turn your back, this brother trying to slide your credit card. This brother talk you right out your wallet. You know what I'm saying? Then I peeped the lady say she 50 years old. Next he gonna be going after the 60 and the 80. Because if you get them where they can barely see, then you could really creep up and keep sliding their credit cards. And then don't let alone they get disability. He want that check too. You know what I'm saying? So this the games you playing now, Lex? You playing dirty now. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, anybody that would talk about your family and your kids, you think they give a care about your elders and your older women? No, they don't. Every chance he get, he gonna try to slide that credit card. I don't know if he was buying any sex dolls or whatever he was doing, but if she was 50 plus or 60 plus, she ain't probably doing nothing for him in that bedroom. He probably would be trying to slide and get a sex doll. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking. I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't saying that's what happened, but this is what they saying out there. You know what I'm saying? But bottom line is you shouldn't be taking that woman's money, using her credit cards, and you need to stop being manipulative and using people, using their panels and their pages to talk crazy and stop, doing what you're doing, bro. Like I told you today, you done did more time using people than helping people out. And if you're gonna be using people, bro, it's good that you just go on and get on about your business and stay off this internet. Because you ain't helping nobody out. You want to talk about the Christian church, you want to talk about the Hebrew Israelites and what they doing, and they got, they may do got problems. We all may got problems. We do got problems. But at the end of the day, I will tell you this: the brothers who I know who been on these panels, they ain't doing what you doing. They ain't stealing people's credit cards and charging stuff up or doing none of that. This woman thought that you really loved her, bro, and thought that y'all was gonna be together. And then once she caught you and kicked you out, then you want to get mad and call her a witch. Bro, you out your mind. You need to get delivered, bro. Just like you want to get mad because you try to do a collection plate, you try to pull a deacon move on the Israelites, and then when you did that in the past, they told you they didn't want to rock with you like that. You gets mad, and you want to come try to use me and do 100 shows. I didn't even know that happened until later on, till people told me that happened. That's why you was pushing so hard to come at them. Why? Because you had a plan, you had a vision, and you wanted them to pay for your vision. And when your vision didn't materialize like that, guess what you did? You ran off with them people's money. And I wondered, did you give them their money back? And the only reason if you did give them their money back is because we got on you about giving them people's money back. I don't think you gave them people's money back, to be honest. Because some of the people just said keep the money because the situation how you was living, you needed the money more than they needed it. And you wonder why you ain't got no stability, why you from place to place. You from place to place because you doing 100 shows a day, searching and seeking in some way on try to get this free AdSense, but don't want to get out there and work and keep a job and working all these temp jobs and then hopping on every Greyhound you can get on to go to some nature boy facility where you can live like nature boy out there. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody going for that because they could tell when people don't want to really pull their own weight. I ain't saying nothing about you that ain't facts. You got it all in the open, bro. Your whole life is on internet, bro. Everything that you've been doing, bro, it's on internet. And then another thing too, y'all let this brother sit around. Listen, I didn't tell y'all this. Lex left his wallet in my truck when he came to St. Louis. Guess what? I didn't touch his wallet. I didn't even go through his wallet. Anything that I ever wanted to know about Lex, I could have known then about Lex because his wallet was right there. Never went through it, never opened it up, none of that stuff. That's how loyal I was to that wicked nigga, man. And he'll tell you that. Never went through none of that. Even though when he was telling me his name was Lex Vortex, I was in my mind, why would this guy name himself Lex Vortex? That ain't his real name. Never went through his stuff. Everything that I ever wanted to know about him was in that wallet. I didn't touch his wallet or none of that. I took it back to him and gave it to him. He'll tell you that. Then he'll tell you that I'm jealous of him. I've never been jealous of Lex. Lex don't have anything for me to be jealous of him. And if he did have something, I wouldn't be jealous of him. I congratulate him and say, hey, you, bro, that's what's up. I ain't never been jealous of no man, no another man. I do so much giving, bro. Why do I need to be jealous, bro? If I'm doing what I'm doing and you doing what you doing, why would I be jealous of you? I have no need to be jealous of you, bro, at all. And I wouldn't be jealous of you because I'm not jealous of anybody, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't monetize my page. I don't care nothing about no views. I don't care if you hate me. All the people that hate me, you think I care, bro? I don't care. Whether if you're a Christian or whoever you are, if you do not like G consciousness, I do not care, bro. I don't care what you think about me. You may think that I'm less of a Christian or whatever the case may be. That's one thing about me, bro. I don't care what you think about me, bro. Because at the end of the day, I have to stand before God, the Most High. So you can play them games all you want, bro. But I already know what you own. You try to be Deuce Bigelow, the male gigolo. You got caught up. The lady, you know, she exposing your behind. And she really didn't even want to put you out there like that. I don't know what color that sex doll. I don't even know if it was actually a sex doll. That's what Michael Edwards is saying, and that's what they heard. I'm not sure that that could be wrong. You know how Michael Edwards, he's silly, he playing a lot. You know, he could be right. I'm not saying Michael Edwards is wrong, but I do know Lex need to stop talking about white people if you're gonna be looking at white women and trying to get at white women. Cause that's you was at Walmart, bro. You know what you was on. You seen the white woman, you seen she had the curves, and you had the urge. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't even know why you trying to play these games, bro. For that white woman, like you say, to come from an alien, to come from outer space, you sure was trying to get you some of that Pluto right there. You trying to get you some of that Mars. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So uh, you know, I don't even know where Michael Edwards got that from. I would like to ask him. Maybe he could come on if he in the chat room. If he watching this, he probably up. Maybe he could tell me where he got that from. I don't know where he got that from. I would like to actually talk to this lady myself, the lady who's been interviewed, because evidently she really was like, you know what I'm saying? She was with Lex. You know what I'm saying? She was like, she couldn't believe that he did the stuff that he did. But anybody could have told her that he was gonna do that because his character is bad. Every relationship that he ever probably been in, whether if he built a relationship by friendship or if he built it with a woman through an intimate relationship, it probably goes stale like this because he can't keep no friendships at all. You know what I'm saying? But let's click on this.
But I say you got to receive this because your son speaks my same words. If he's an adult, if he's a man of that age, I guarantee you, your son is speaking my words. I guarantee you, your mother, your blessed mother, and your blessed father, and even their memory, if they're not here anymore, they would be speaking my words to you. The Almighty God, or the Great Spirit, or the ancestors, or whatever you submit to as a human, would be speaking to you my words. Sister, you must heed what I'm saying to you. You do not deserve any of that. You cannot continue relationships worrying about what's in a person's heart, because what's in their heart is the same thing they manifest outwardly. The scripture says, and Christ says, what is in a man will be the thing that comes out of man. A man is not defiled by what he takes in, but what comes from within onto without. That means that if you're sitting here worried about Lex's heart, you need to look at his actions. There is no way to separate a man's actions from what's going on in their intentions in their heart. Now, I'm telling you, sister, this is wisdom.
Did you even hear me, though?
No, I hear you.
I mean, I saw this, and I separated myself. That's the point.
But you still have, listen to me, sister.
You don't see the action.
No, listen, sister, you misunderstanding me. Listen to what I'm saying. I heard that. We all heard that. We all respect you for putting this Negro out your place. We all respect you from cutting him off the credit cards. But what we don't and can't understand nor respect, and nor will I accept from any black woman, is after you see the truth, sister, after this nigga robs you, and you're still saying there's something in his heart worth you giving him love or even respect about. That, sister, is a shame. Because if somebody was to rape a child, like one of my little daughters here, my stepdaughters, if at any point they would tell me they have compassion for a person that raped them, I would beat the shit out of them. I'd turn them upside down by their ankles. And one of them is a big girl. And I beat her motherfucking ass until I go to prison. Why? So that I leave a lasting impression in her that you can't change the world. You can't change other people's heart, especially when what's in their heart causes them to destroy you. You cannot continue ignoring the actions of a brother that lied to you with his mouth and then out his actions destroy you. If you wouldn't have put him out, I bet you probably later on, you probably would have been negative some more to the point where it would hurt you. Maybe you're financially able to take that kind of loss. But whether you can take it or not, that don't mean that you should accept it. Put him out and just let it go. Sister, you got to help somebody else. You got to help somebody else, because some of these sisters sitting up with a trifling dirtbag ass nigga in their house that would not only rob them, but would probably rob their children of their virginity. Like I said, I'm a stepfather, and I got girls in this house. Some of these bitch niggas around here, around the country, raping their stepdaughters. Huh? And I'm saying to you, if a nigga would steal from you, he'd do anything. Stealing is the same as stealing a child's virginity. There ain't no big stealing and little stealing. In God's eyes, ain't no felony or misdemeanor theft. It all should yield to you a proof positive. This nigga didn't have any good intentions concerning me. I need to let him go like you did, cut him off like you did. Even if you do good for him, give him money so that he won't be struggling. That's all righteous. We all pat you on the back and say, wow, this is an above average sister. Above average in righteousness, in intelligence, morality, and finance. But what comes after that? You're still saying that you have compassion on this brother. Sister, Lex have an $8 million GoFundMe out here. Don't you know there's other mothers out here that may fall into that shit? Give their children school money to Lex. Give the pamper money to Lex, because they thinking that he's going to bring them some land, get them a place where they can raise their kids, that sister. I'm saying what I'm saying, not calling you dumb or nothing like that. I said I respect what you did. But what I can't respect is you today having compassion on this brother and saying there's something good in his heart when he is even still not admitting it. I gave Lex an ultimatum personally on the phone and out here in public. 48 hours ago, I told him, apologize, give all of what you stole back, take down the goddamn campaigns. And I talked to him on the phone and he laughed. Now, that kind of person, do you think at all it's smart for me to say, you know what, Lex got some good in him. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna. No, sister, you got to wake up. In love, I'm telling you, you got to wake up, because the way you're talking is gonna happen again. And it might happen with the same dude. He might slip back in your presence and rob you again.
No. I'm done. I don't paddle backwards. I move forward.
Tell me Lex ain't got no GoFundMe up. He said he got a job due to making $30 an hour. That's what he said today. I hope he ain't got no GoFundMe up, and he just told everybody today his job, he make $30 an hour and he good. So I'm trying to figure out, if you do have all of that, why are you begging and asking people for money? Once again, Lex with the antics. So now we know he like messing with women over 50. You know what I'm saying? We know that, he like to get them to go out of town so he can run through their credit cards, you know what I'm saying? And all of this stuff going on, man. Like, I asked this brother today, what have you actually done since you've been in the conscious community or whatever community to help people out? You ain't did none of that, yo. You ain't did nothing, yo. You can't name anything. Nothing. When the last time you gave, and you know what? It was a situation that went down to where Lex had asked me for some money to help a brother out. I wonder, did that brother ever get that money? And did Lex get it? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But anyways.
I respect
all
that.
I'm saying,
I respect
all
that.
I'm saying is, and you may disagree, and that's fine.
Look what's in the chat. Hold on, sis. Look what's in the chat. Look what this Negro said in the chat. He said, Mike truly hates Lex for real. Real shit. This is cracking me up. You see what I'm talking about, sister? These kind of people are in the community. This is another fucking Lex. This dude that's in here, I'm leaving his comment in here so you can see it. He's laughing about this. It's funny to him. He thinks I hate Lex, but I've been Lex's fucking friend for 4 years when the nigga extorted me. When he told me I was going to die. When he told me he went to the witch doctor. When he made fun of LaRon and LaRon's wife and told LaRon's wife she was going to end up having sex with another man. Sister, I'm having the same issue that.
And you know what was crazy? I never known Michael Edwards made this video until today. Just probably like hours ago. So what's crazy is this video was made June the 1st, 2018. He streamed live. Here it is, some months later, a whole nother year, and Lex is still saying the same thing about my wife. If you go to SD Solar Division Debate League, if you go there today, right, you'll see to where he said that again about my wife today. Oh, she got some big titties and she's fine, and she's a thought. I probably try to slide into St. Louis or this and that. And see, this is the problem. My kids got big foreheads, and then here's solving the race problem. Y'all let this Negro in a suit and a tie fool y'all. This Negro is another nigga who gonna say, well, I'm gonna charge $50. I'm gonna charge $50 to hold a seminar for each person, or $500 a seminar to go in there and teach y'all and educate your kids, and say he's going to educate the community. But then he gets in there, he's laughing at Lex and what he's saying, while Lex saying that he's going to kill my kids and kill my family. And then here comes solving the race problem. He gets in there, he's laughing and giggling, and then he starts talking about my kids and my wife too. Instead of him saying, hey, bro, you're going a little bit too far with that, as being a protector of the community. And this brother say, solving the race problem, say he loved black people. How do you love black people, but you let this bogus clown Lex get in there and talk about a black family? And then afterwards, this fool gonna say, go listen to this fool. He's a contradiction. Then afterwards, this fool gonna say, what did he say? I help black families and this and that. Well, what black family are you helping, and who actually wants your help if you can sit and buddy and talk about a family, and also with Lex Vortex, and then go and say you help families and kids? Who actually wants you around their kids and their family? Because if I seen that you would, and I wanted to say, well, I want you to come and speak, and I'll pay you $500 for a seminar, and then I go online and I see that you linked up with Lex, but then you on your page talk about how you can help black families, but you talking about a black family and somebody's kids, and you associated with somebody that's talking about killing kids and families. You think I'm going to do business with you or even listen to what you got to say? I won't even take you serious, Carlton Ritz. But you can dress up in a suit and tie and talk proper, and then talk about me stuttering, but you ain't living nothing that you even talking about. Makes no sense. But you were sitting there getting the chat with a nigga that's talking about he's Batman, or he's Darth Vader, or he's the Lucifer, or he come to the light, or come to the darkness. Is you dark or is you light? Either way, you a contradiction. I don't understand that. But y'all sit around and listen to solving the race problem. This brother ain't solving nothing but causes problems. That's it. And then Lex will sit around talk about mamzers and talk about people that's mixed. But I guarantee y'all, the way Lex was looking at that white woman that was in Walmart, and the way he was like, he was out loud with it. You would have thought that he was gonna be thinking it in his head. He out loud with it. I had to tell the brother, calm down, brother, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? You seen that white woman, you was on that. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with white women or other cultures of people. But the way you was talking about how you talk about white people, well, stop trying to holler at white women then. I'm gonna say that again. Cause you was on that, bro.
That you haven't. And this childish ass nigga in the chat is just like Lex. Because after all of that, Lex never fucking changed, sister. Lex was on Brother Polite show. Even Brother Polite tried to forgive Lex for saying.
And Lex made that video about us, about me, Michael Edwards, Kevin G, and also who was it? It was Wayne. Put a curse on us. Went to a witch doctor, put a curse on us. And they army set his silly behind up there, he said, and listened to that. And didn't even say nothing to Lex. I should have told him, bro, that is really silly what you're doing. And not only that is, this brother said that if we don't give him, if it say he said that the curse can fall up off of us, we have to pay him $1,000. When he did that, I'm surprised that people then should have been looking like this is one crazy nigga. You know what I'm saying? He got to be crazy. You know? He got to be crazy. Because why would you be sitting around telling people, hey, look, I put they put this witch put a curse on you, and if you don't pay me that $1,000, then you're gonna die. This brother told me he wants me to crash in a truck. All of this different stuff. This brother 40 plus, talking to women that's 50 plus, stealing credit cards and gaming around. This brother got a GoFundMe up. And then the brother went, and then the Michael Edwards said that he went and stayed with some people that had some kids. So why is you 40 plus still staying with people, still living and moving around and stuff? But you got this $30 an hour that you getting. And every time you look around, you in a hotel or a transitional home. Cut the games, Lex. Who you think you playing with? People know what's going on around here. You still with the antics. You think you Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. And it's time out, bro. You're getting too old to be playing these silly games on these internets. And to be honest, you probably could make more money if you get off the internet and focus on whatever career, whatever thing you got that's going on. Focus on that, bro. You start looking, you like, why is this brother 40 plus and he can't keep a relationship nor even build a family? Why is that? And like I say, you want to call me out and step to me and try to get buck with me. But when Alan Rob Bourne got up in your face, you was shook. And they got the video. I just couldn't find the video, but I was going to play the video. And when whoever got the video, send me the video. And I'm going to show y'all when Alan got in his face, he got the grin from ear to ear. But you talked all of that stuff about Alan. But as soon as he got in your face, you got to looking like you got to get in the scary, the coward face on your face. And say nothing, yo. Smiling and grinning like a goofball. Yeah, you is Batman, because every time you look around, you can't go nowhere. You always hiding in the back cave. But you ain't that type of Batman, because you ain't out in Gotham If anybody put a symbol up and say a Batman is in the building, or we need Batman, you ain't coming out. You don't even put the symbol out there up in the air. You ain't gonna be there, and they make it so bad. The only way you gonna be there probably if they put their credit card out there. You ain't gonna be the bat no more. You gonna slide out like a snake then. Yeah, Bill for Speed. He trying to steal your stuff. He talking about he the Batman. Talking about the world is upside down. He trying to steal your stuff. He supposed to be the Batman now. The world is upside down. So or he upside down or one of the two. Something he said.
Brother Polite killed his own children. Brother Polite forgave him. And what did he do to Brother Polite? Brother Sarnetta forgave him over and over and over.
I had to stop on that one. Hey, Judah said somebody put up a symbol of a job application. I had to stop. Look, somebody put a job application up in the air. Oh man. Somebody put the symbol up and put the symbol in position of a job application. He said somebody put up a symbol of a job application. Not the bat symbol, a job application. Get that brother. You know what I'm saying? I know one thing, you put that credit card up there, it's over.
Put his neck out there for him to help him. Give him money, give him opportunities. What did he do to Sarnetta? Try to destroy the man's credibility. I call him, check on his ass every month. Ask him, brother, are you all right? Lex, is there something I can do for you? My nigga, you okay? Let me just talk to you. Let me find out where your head at. I forgive you. All this shit you done did to me. I want you to be better. And the nigga still does this shit. Sister, there are people on this earth that are created for your learning. And that's it. That's their only reason to be here. And I'm telling you, that's the only reason you met Lex, and the great spirit of the ages allowed you to have this experience so that you won't have this experience again. So that the next time you meet a man, you won't tell him, come to my house. You can live here. The next time you meet a man, you won't tell him, instead of you getting your ass up and get a goddamn job and pay some of these bills in my house, I'm going to help you and give you money and make you more lazy. I'm going to tell this man, you can stay in my house when I leave out the country with my family and you rob me. Sister, you cannot allow that to stand for the sake of other people and for the sake of you actually closing this thing, have a real closure. If you don't close it off right, you're going to leave part of that deadbolt open. Part of that deadbolt is going to be open for Lex and anybody like Lex. How am I saying this? I'm saying it because I used to be anointed to do evil. I used to have a specific anointing to abuse women. This was about 25 years ago when I was a young nigga. I was a wicked motherfucker. You understand? I was a wicked nigga. And I'm telling you, I can just sit here and tell you how wicked, but I won't do that. There are some people, sister, that'll sit up and cry to you, real tears, and fake you the fuck out and walk right out your door and stab you in your goddamn back. You can't continue accepting that and saying that, okay, his heart may be, or he may need this, or no. Just like you close the door on him with the relationship, close your heart. And for the next man, make sure that they offer you something. Don't bring no man in your house, around your family, that you don't know their last name. Sister, he made you put Lex Vortex on the card. I'm gonna say his last name of his family. Do you know who the Cockrells are? Has he ever introduced you to his family? Do you know who the Cockrells are?
No.
Yeah. See, that's not even his real name, sister. And that nigga knew what he was doing. He knew that. He made you put that shit under an assumed fake name, an alias, because he's a goddamn scammer. Y'all know Brother Polite's name. Y'all know my name. You know.
And see, that's another thing too, is because I keep telling people that you shouldn't be doing business with somebody and you don't know their real name. If they can't give you their real name, you shouldn't be associating yourself with them. Because if they consider you to be their friend, you should know their real name. And so when you don't know their real name, then you know already that they can do anything to you and you don't know anything about them at all. And so nobody really knows his real name. Well, people know his real name now because a lot of people spent their time doing agent work on him. And so when it comes to agent work in the conscious community, that's what people do. They sit around and get people's names. That's how Lex been looking up my information, know where I stayed. He knows all of this type of stuff because they do agent work. You know what I'm saying? They play little games on these computers and stuff like that. So I'm saying that's how they be doing certain stuff. And so you just gotta watch stuff like that. And so yeah, a lot of people don't really even know his real name. He been going, and see, that's why I say when he came out with that Lakeisha app, like most people, when they come out with certain stuff, you know who they is. Like everybody's name. Everybody's name is out there in the community, not his. So you got to recognize that how can you take somebody seriously on really doing business with them and you don't really know nothing about them? They're not willing to tell you their name. And then they say that they're your friends, but then when you ask them what's their real name, you don't know none of that stuff. That's not your friend at all. And so Lex can't never say that he was my friend because this brother, he came in. He don't, when you talk to him, he it's always vague. You know what I'm saying? He coming in to manipulate and try to get what he can use, how he can use your page, how he can use your web service, because he went so much time without internet to where he needed a web service. And the only thing he had was a phone at that time. And he could barely even keep a phone on. He barely even keep the same number. You know what I'm saying? So when we all experience and go through things, but when you steady doing the same thing over and over again for the past 5 or 6 years, I mean, bruh, like when you gonna change up, what you doing? But he got all of this. He say that he's God and say the brother say that he's God, and he says that you can speak something, you can have it. Well, if you can speak something, you can have it. Why was you using that sister's credit card like that? If when you say speak something, you can have it. What you mean? What you say you can mack her and then get her credit card? What was you trying to say? Because you could speak stuff into existence, like you say, or you God and you got the manifestation, you got the power, nigga. You got some words that have no substance behind them because you can't even change your situation with your words. So you must be a puny God. You must be the puniest God that I ever seen because your words have no substance to them at all. Your words have no power. It's super void. And the only thing that you could do is talk a woman out of her credit card or wait till she go out of town and sneak and start sliding stuff. Sneak and slide. That's what we're gonna call your name. Your nickname, sneak and slide. As soon as you get a chance to, you going towards the master card. You know what I'm saying, get it, the master card. This nigga trying to go and then be. I see why you want to get at you want to talk about I'm an aboriginal, this and that, because you trying to be slick with stuff. You American Express. You know what I'm saying, with it. You know what I'm saying. You trying to get your American Express on. You know what I'm saying. and you know the nigga stay away from Visa because he think he native of this land, and so he don't want anything foreign. You know what I'm saying, so he try to stay away from a Visa when it comes to coming across, using the Visa to come across. But anyways, Lex a fool with it though. You know what I'm saying, you trying to be slick, but we know exactly what's going on, Lex, and let's continue playing this.
Frank Gary's name, but why we don't know Lex's name? And sister, you let him in your house without knowing his name. That's why I'm saying to you,
that is his name.
That's not his name. I'm telling you. Listen to me, sister.
Okay.
That's not his name. His name is not Lex Vortex. Lex Lee Vortex. I just told you the name of his family, Cockrell. His first name ain't Lex. It's not. And I'm for the sake of,
can dance with semantics,
sister.
legalized name change and all those things. I do understand what you're saying.
Sister, listen to me, please.
What my point of all of it
Hold on,
is,
sister. I'm gonna let you get back to your point. Hold on, I'm gonna let you get back to the point. But this is important.
So we can stop.
And don't that strike y'all? If he did legalize or change his name, that would tell y'all why did he do that? You know, and that's what she should think about. And then name himself Lex Vortex. Why did he do that? It's the reason when people get to making moves, they get to doing certain things. Y'all better start picking up on that. Why did he do that? You know, why?
Sister.
You know, when a person is really done with, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Never really, you know, when a person is really changed because they'll share their past, and they don't care what nobody say about it because they basically you know they came through that. They don't care what you think about them, because they just want to get people delivered, and they've been delivered, and they'll share their failures, you know, and let you know I failed in that area, and it'll help the next person to overcome. Y'all notice Lex don't do that. It's the reason why he don't do that. Why you don't know nothing about him. It's a reason why, and y'all allow this brother to come around y'all in the community, and nobody ever says anything about that. See, I was fooled that way by this brother, because the whole time all he was doing was using me for the panel, because at that time the nigga couldn't even keep his phone on. So what you think he was gonna be doing? Any chance that he can get to use somebody's panel, use somebody's internet, give you this sad sob story, and you want to help him out, but then when you start realizing, you know, this nigga ain't doing nothing with himself. He ain't got nothing going at all. And so then he using this woman that's 50 years old, trying to be slick, you know what I'm saying?
That's important. What I'm saying to you, I'm gonna let you finish. You know, because that's righteous. What you said is righteous. But I'm telling you, you gotta listen to me. That nigga made you put an assumed alias on a goddamn credit card. That's a crime. You can have him locked up today. He could be just for fraud in the company. That's not his name. Listen to me. His name is not Lex Vortex. And if he ain't got a job, how in the hell is he paying for a legal name change, sister? Come on. His name is not Lex Vortex, dear sister. He fucked over you. He did all of that shit on purpose with prior knowledge. He been doing this shit for a long time. That's why it seemed right when you did it. That's why you think he changed his name. But his family has a name. It's not Vortex. His mother has a name. It wasn't Vortex. Sister, you got to come on. You got to just say, come on, please. for the sake of my heart today. I do this shit in the community because I love people. My channel's not monetized. I don't abuse y'all to come and watch and get paid. This is not doing nothing for me. I'm telling you, this is all for you and these sisters that are listening. Now, you believe that he changed his name. And you're saying that maybe even if he didn't, he might have. Sister, listen to a brother that known Lex for longer than you know him. Listen to a brother that tell you, I got some very powerful friends. And when I tell you I put a motherfucking name through the strainer, listen to me. I put them through the fucking strainer. Everybody that I've exposed in the community, I've done it for y'all. Not for me. Not for me. I got a professional career. I'm a musician. I got children, got a family, got mother, brother, sisters. I don't have to do this. I'm doing this because, sister, I love you. You holding that credit card up with this nigga's fake name on it. That shouldn't be. He shouldn't be out today. He should be locked the fuck up. Because if you don't get him locked up, guess what's going to happen?
I ain't into locking nobody up.
That's cool, but guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? You ain't into locking nobody up, but guess what's going to happen? One of your sisters, one of your black sisters, the mothers of all living, the mother of the earth, he going to get another one, and he going to fuck over them. And if they don't do what I'm telling you to do, he going to get another one. And you know what? The old adage goes, there's a sucker born every minute. And that's real true. It's not disrespectful to say what is true. Sister, you got to wake up. You got to wake up.
We all have to wake up, Mike.
Sister.
We all have to wake up because, listen, I hear you preaching.
Well, why are you saying anything beyond that, sister?
Why do we do this to each other in the first place?
Who did anything to Lex?
Why are we doing this to each other in the first place?
What did we do to Lex, sister? What did we do to Lex? What did any of us in this chat do to Lex? That's why I'm saying to you, you got to listen.
It's not just like there's many.
No, we're talking about this situation.
We do this to each other.
Exactly. But I'm saying to you, who made Lex do this? Did any of us in the chat? Nobody did.
I've been saying we're sick.
I'm telling you, I'm agreeing with you. Lex is sick. Nobody made him do that to you. None of us, not you, not your family. Lex did it because of an internal demon. And I'm telling you, you can't act like that's healable by you coming out here being cordial with him. You can't act like that's going to be healed by you covering this shit up. You can't act like that's going to be healed by you ignoring all of the words of these people in the chat. Even sisters that's in here. And that's what I'm doing this for. I'm not doing this for these niggas in this world. Because all of these men know what the fuck even the Bible tell them to do. Work by the sweat of your motherfucking brow. The Bible tells you a man that does not provide for his children is worse than an infidel. The Bible and the Quran says that. That means if the infidel deserves a beheading, imagine what the nigga that gives his children a stone instead of bread when they ask his babies, when the babies ask him, Daddy, can you give us something to eat? He's stealing from your child. He stole from you. And we're still here talking about, is there any goodness in him? Is there any, we shouldn't do this. Sister, as your brother, I'm telling you, you got taken advantage of by the same reason that you're here today saying these things. You need to call the motherfucking police. You need to call that goddamn credit company and tell the motherfuckers about the fraud, the theft, the abuse. After you left, he went and took your money. You need to tell your family. You need to tell all the men in your family. Bust his motherfucking head when you find him so he won't do it again. because you're not going to make him not do it again. How do I know that? Because you're too soft. But I guarantee you, your son, he'd make him not do it. I guarantee you, if your father, your blessed father, is alive and healthy, if he heard about this shit, he'd make him do it. If I was your brother, sister, I'd bust Lex motherfucking head to the white meat because you got a child and he stole from you, stole from your child. This is painful. I know it's painful for you, but it's painful for me because there are girl children in this house growing up. And I'm telling you, they're going to meet a nigga like Lex one day. But what am I going to do when I meet the Lex? When I meet their version of Lex? I'm going to give them the same righteous truth I'm giving you, sister. In love. Now, I don't want you to think I hate you. I'm telling you, sister, I love you for the 20th time. I'm not doing this for anything. I'm doing this so this nigga can't predatorize other people and then destroy good things that people do. He destroyed people like you. Destroy people like Sonetta.
I'm not destroyed.
Hold on. He is destroying you.
I was frustrated.
Let me tell you how he destroying you.
Let me tell you how.
Let me tell you how.
Can I end this?
Yes, I'm gonna let you end it, but you gotta let me finish my statement, sister. Let me tell you how he destroying you. If somebody come in my house right now, watch this. I love guns. I love guns, sis. Right? And I love my guns so much, I clean my guns like crazy. You dig it? I love my guns so much, but I got so much ammunition that if somebody was to come in and steal some of it, I wouldn't know. But I guarantee you, even if I didn't know they stole it, right? That would mean they took it. That would mean I'm missing it. Now, I'm telling you, whether you miss it or not, it was stolen. If I bring somebody in my house and they steal one of my guns, even if I don't use it and if I don't notice it's gone, I've been done wrong. And just because he got you for some amount, under 1,000, that another sister wouldn't, would destroy them. I'm telling you, it's destroying you and it's destroying your perception of not only yourself, but the people's perception of you, because you still think at this point you can fix Lex. I know it, but I'm telling you,
no, I can't.
He destroyed your mind because he planted in the.
Can I speak for myself for a moment?
Sister, I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna let you speak, but I'm not just talking to
what
you.
you're saying.
I'm not just talking to you, though, sister. I'm not just talking to you.
You said you wanted to hear my point of view.
Yes, but I cannot in good conscience let you abuse yourself.
Disagree on something.
I can't let you in good conscience say,
I understand you would want to bust them in the head. You're not the only one. I have guns in my home too.
Well, why do you feel so nice about this?
Because someone stole
I'm not
something
telling
from
you to
me.
kill Lex. I didn't say that. I'm using the gun.
Lock him up.
Sister, I'm using the gun as an analogy to let you know that just like you have an amount of money, sister,
you don't do anybody.
Are you listening to
from
me?
That I don't know. Violence isn't the answer, and yes.
Sister, see, I'm gonna have to. I'm not trying to hang up on you, but I'm bringing it down so that people can hear what I'm saying to her. I'm saying to you, this ain't no women out here making niggas steal from them.
I don't disagree. He had no right to do it.
I hear you, sister. It didn't help him, and in fact, it made him do you worse. Now, that's my closing statement. Sister, you go ahead and make your statement. 5 minutes. Knock it out the park. I want to say, even the stuff that I don't want you to say. Get it all out.
Well, folks, I only called in because of the title, and it seemed as if this situation was being taken lightly. and joked about, because this is what you guys do.
Boy, you saying that? We joking and stuff. Sister, it's
So,
not a joke. None of the stuff
I just wanted to clarify. This is not a joke, and hopefully, what can be learned is that we can stop treating each other badly. Mm-hmm. I understand. I should be doing a lot of things, or you think I should be, but I forgive. I'm done. I won't be speaking on it after this. All right? I wish Lex the best. I hope he changes, heals, whatever he needs to do, because I think the reason why this happens so often is because we're all sick. No woman, no male should have to deal with this or do this. We need to learn to treat each other with some dignity and respect. That's my closing statement. It's not long. I don't even want to go over really what you were saying. You're going to believe what you want. The chat's going to believe what they want. But at the end of the day, look at how you deal with your fellow man and woman in the future.
Okay. And
that's all I have to say.
And that's respectable. I respect that, and I respect you. And once again, sister, I love you. And I only ask you to call in because we need to get this out. We need to get some help to the people. So, Sister Anuket, if you'd like to advertise anything that you got going on social media, any personal business, anything, you know what I mean? Go ahead and shoot that out right now.
No, I don't do social media. Like I said, I did this.
Do you have any businesses that you do?
Because I'm also sick. All right, I admit I'm also sick. I need healing. All right.
We understand.
I can be vengeful.
We understand that, so you don't have to say that.
You don't admit it.
You don't have to
deny.
Say that.
Well, then I had to go public.
Yeah.
And let the chips fall where they may. I'm now going to go back to regular scheduled business.
I hear you, sister. Can I ask you a few questions? Can I ask you a couple personal questions just about yourself, not about this here?
What was that?
Can I ask you a couple personal questions, not about this here, but just a little bit about yourself?
What about me? Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York.
No, sister, no, not that. Don't say that.
The Brooklyn came out. That's all I could say.
Yeah, but don't.
So that's basically what Lex was at when he went to Brooklyn. He was staying in New York, I guess. For a while. But see, he had to be ducking out for a little bit because, he knew already that them people was trying to get at him because what he had been saying on his internet. So he had to try to make peace with everybody before he could come outside. You know what I'm saying? And he got down there with Rob Bourne and was at Rob Bourne and stood up in his face. Like kind of scary a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I need to find that video though. Let's see what. Hold on. Let's see.
All the niggas could die. As far as I'm concerned, fuck niggas.
Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah, so basically, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? Rogaine Black. So basically, y'all see, I'm tired. Y'all see what's going on here. Once again, they're showing y'all. So we got solving the race problem. We got Lex Vortex. And I don't even know why solving the race problem would even associate himself with Lex and talking about people's flat families. I just don't understand it. But, there's some weird stuff going on and the antics, that's going on. So you know, I'm just bringing out some stuff. Um, and some stuff. Let's see something real quick. Let's see. Oh, my fault. I called you Rogan. Bro, I say Rogan Black. Well, I'm sorry about that. I am so sorry, brother. Forgive me. But let's see something real quick. Let's see. Somebody says I nominate Lex Vortex for the Conscious Gigolo Award after the Sonetta event. That boy ran into him he ran into him a older woman and was thought he had it on and popping. Let's see something. I can't share this live because I don't want to be taken off nobody's page. So, but I'm just gonna
2 plus 2 is 4.
I'll say this.
Hold on.
All
A
that
bumbling,
bullshit.
a bumbling.
Though, so it all depends. Like I mean, if I had a lot of
What is your email, Solvin?
You and picking on you like G-Con is a whole clown. That's up for workshops. So even when he's saying he trying to charge vocab to cause discord,
We get this brother in here. Damn. All right, bro. I just sent you the invite, bro. Now that this shocker, yeah, your wife is on point, nigga. I might have to take a visit when you hit that road, because I know she's lonely. I know she want a real nigga in her life. I know she's lonely when she on that road, nigga. Them titties is. I might have to go visit them titties while you trucking down the motherfucking side of the mountain, nigga.
hey, peace, Lex. What's going on, bro?
Solving the race problem. Talk to me about this fucking mamzer.
Man, it's something about him, man.
Now you see solving the race problem come in. But watch this clown right here. Like he come in, he laughing instead of him saying, like, man, why would you be talking about that dude's wife like that? Watch what this clown does right here. So and got the nerve to call himself puzzle pieces with solving the race problem. This dude is a clown. this dude looked like Webster in the face when you look at him in real life.
And ever since I even came in contact with him, I knew something was off about him. And the way that I'm looking at how he moves now, 1,000%, I think he was just sent here by vocab.
What's crazy is he says, I knew something was off about him. Well, when he came in and he didn't say nothing to Lex about that and was laughing, but he says, I knew something was off about him. Like anybody would see that would say, bro, have you lost your mind? Something off about you. Like, how's you helping black families? Talking about you supposed to be this pro-black or you solving a race problem. And this man talking about somebody's wife and kids, and then you indulge in it, laughing and giggling, but you helping back families. Ignorant, and then trying to charge people $500. We got this brother on record. He had a debate against what was the brother's name? Minister Howell. And Minister Howell asked him some things. This brother got to talk about $500 and $50 a person for a seminar. To hear what, bruh? Why would somebody want to listen to you when you associate yourself with a fool like Lex? You foolish.
To cause discord. Because somebody like G-Con, who just plays this religion con game, playing on people's emotions and just trying to manipulate them through the book, G-Con is a complete sellout. I've been saying that since day one. The other day, this clown did a whole live stream. I was burning him up in the back chat, burning him up. So then he decides he want to do a whole video dedicated to me. So he dedicated the video, talking out his back pockets. And
then now, real quick, Solver, this is what I'm saying about this nigga, right? Now, I heard what you do when you said you do workshops, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's your motherfucking business in life. This nigga going, you don't talk against the way a nigga make money and so, oh, nigga, you kind of get 5, I wouldn't give you 500. Like, dog, you fucking with a nigga's livelihood. You see what I'm saying? Like, what kind of shit is that?
The crazy thing is, like, I don't work with groups of people. Like, I don't advertise and say, all right, y'all come get a workshop. I never advertise to anybody because I work with schools and I work with institutions. Like, regular people don't hit me up to come to my workshops. Like, I work with institutions. I work with schools. I work with universities. I work with colleges. Like, regular people don't hit me up for workshops.
Now, you see what he just said? He said, I work with schools and institutions. Now, let's think about it. Can you imagine that if one of those schools or institutions got a hold of this and watched him come in laughing and listening, and what you think they would say to him, and seeing that he don't even have enough sense to correct this dude to say you shouldn't be saying that towards his wife. But watch how he starts to actually indulge in the foolishness. I mean, ain't saying nothing to this brother about this stuff.
So even when he's saying he trying to charge y'all $500, I'm like, yo, show one person that I've charged anything. Like, I put out all these free videos on YouTube. I really just start putting out content. I'm the king of content. Like, I'm putting out content.
But then it was so crazy. He says he's the king of content, right? Now, it was clear, bro. We got you live, bro. You was questioned. We can go back and play it on record of you trying to charge people for a $500 seminar and also $50 a piece. So, bruh, I don't even know why you sitting up here lying and saying that you wasn't trying to charge people. You just mad because I exposed you on it. And when I exposed you on it, you trying to change what you were saying. Because you know everything that you've been pushing that's been talking about is the same thing everybody else been pushing. It's recycled garbage. And ain't nobody finna pay you no $50 to $500 for no mess like that, fool.
Every day. And then you look at somebody like G-Con who's been doing this for 5 years. Like, he got 1,000 subs on his channel talking nonsense. Like, how in the hell did somebody like
that 1,000 ain't moved in 5 years, bro.
That's exactly how I'm looking at it.
5 channels with 5,000. This nigga's been having that same 1,000 and only 20 of them motherfuckers watch him.
and I went, because I went in there and then, check this page out. It'd be him, 2 white dudes on his panel talking about God, and it'd be 3 people watching.
Yeah, I seen this nigga had Doogie House on his panel last night. Like this nigga talking about the deception of the devil. Nigga got the fucking devil right on his channel.
And the worst part, like, how could you be so-called religious and you carnal as hell? Like, he want to talk about money, want to brag about money. This clown put up a paycheck of $2,000 and like was acting like he balling, like, yeah, like, look, I got 2 racks. I'm like, bro, like that's half a mortgage payment. Like you, like to him, that's probably a lot of money, and he feel like he didn't work. You work 2 weeks and you got $2,000. You really feel like you balling and you doing something, but you
right. So then he just lied there. I put a check that I made as a truck driver for $2,000, and it wasn't a weekly check. That check I got paid at a 2-day check. You know what I'm saying, for a run. And so, first of all, bruh, like, you know, I tell people that if they want to make good money and how to make good money, put their money into trucking, bro. I see checks, bro. Like this load I'm delivering is 4,500, bro. When I deliver this load tomorrow, when I deliver this load on Monday, bro, that next day, bro, 96% of that is going in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Besides what I spend for fuel, bro. So that'd be around 3,000 in my pocket, 3,200, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's a 4-day check, bro. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I see checks from 42 to 5,000, sometimes 3,000 on a weekly basis, bro. I'm saying if a $2,000 check is one run, bro, and I can run that going from St. Louis down to Dallas. What are you talking about, bro? Like that's nothing, bro. So it ain't nothing to be bragging about. But if you're talking about my job as a truck driver, and then once I start talking about the money I make as a truck driver by having my own authority and telling people how to build credit, business credit, and how to build their personal credit up, of course, bro. So don't talk about my job. Then when I start showing you checks about my job, you start lying like you don't see that the money is there. If you want to come and work and be a truck driver and make some good money, then you could do it. And yes, I do be away from my family. I don't have to be away from my family, bro. I can get home every day. I got my own authority. I got my own trailer, my own truck, bro. I can do local freight and get home. I was just getting home, bro, every other day. You know why I stopped making it? Stopped working for the job where I was getting home every other day, due to the fact of they was trying to keep my pay up under $4,000, and I needed my pay to be up over that. They're trying to keep me around about $32 to $3,000 a week, and that's after everything, bro, fuel and everything. Nah, I don't need that. I need my pay over that. You know what I'm saying? I want my pay every week at least over $4,000. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I want to pay my truck off fast. I want to pay my trailer off fast. That's why. So once I pay that off, I won't have to be worrying about being in no debt. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, get it right. Stop playing these games. And more so, I got a lot of people that come to me that is truck drivers that have even started truck driving, and I've been helping them. And what I have done, accomplished within 14 years, I can help them accomplish within a year or two. And they could be making good money to support their family and giving and helping people out at the same time, bro. Because that's what I do, bro. So don't try to play these games and try to be lying and this and that like I'm just going around. No, bro. I'm showing that for a reason because y'all want to keep calling me a truck driver, talking crazy about me. Well, let me start showing you some of this truck driving money and showing you how that we've been helping people out and helping families out here, bro.
on the road, you driving trucks for 20 hours a day, you away from your family gonna leave you because you're never around.
And I don't drive trucks 20 hours a day, bro. That's illegal.
That's why I said, homegirl.
And my wife is very supportive of what I do just as well, because you know why? Because my wife, she understands that we have things that we have to do. And so when I knew that I had to go over the road, you know what I'm saying? Because we have more kids and my wife been having more kids. I told my wife, I need to go over the road. I need to make more money. When I had my daughter, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was upset with my wife when I had my daughter and I had my middle son Levi. Me and my wife was upset. I was upset with her because I didn't want no more kids and I only wanted one child by her. But it's a blessing that I do have my kids because I have a family and that's an extension of me. And I didn't know how I was going to support my family at that time. Well, a lady came and told me, matter of fact, it was a white lady, since you want to talk crazy, a white lady. I was shopping, buying my daughter some clothes before she came into this world because I knew that I had a baby on the way. And as I was talking to the lady, I was telling her and I was talking to her and I was trying to pick out something. She was helping me pick out the stuff. for my daughter. And I was like, I said, yeah, I got a daughter on the way. And she was like, how many kids you got? I said, I got three boys and got one daughter. And she was like, you wanted a daughter? And I was like, no, I didn't want a daughter, to be honest. I said, but, I have a daughter. And then she was like, oh, okay. I was like, because I didn't really want to have any more kids because it's hard out here. And she was like this. She told me just like this. I didn't know this lady from a can of paint. This lady was probably like about 40, 50 something years old. You know what I'm saying? Around Lex, right? Lex, his range, his area, Deuce Bigelow, the male gigolo. And she told me, she was like, well, God gonna bless you with the money so you could take care of all your kids. And you know what? She was not lying because I seen the increase in my money that year. And when I seen the increase in my money that year, that's what really made me to start believing God, because she told me. And at that time, I wasn't even making that much money, and I was local at that time. But she told me, she said, God gonna bless you with the money. So I went over the road with this one company. I wasn't making no money. But then my friend called me up and he was like, hey, bro, you need to come over here, man. He's like, I'm saying checks from $4,700 to this and that. And I was like, for real? He started showing me a record of his paychecks, and he was giving me the word just like I give people today. That's why I'm quick to give people the word and quick to show people. I don't just be talking about it, I show them. And so that's why I'm quick to do that. I took that money, I started getting my credit together. I got my credit together, then I was ready to get my own truck with what the money I had. And that was a blessing to me, because I met this dude at a job to where me and him wasn't making no money at all. And we exchanged numbers, and he called me, he was talking to me, and we kept talking over the road while I was driving. And he went to this job. And when he went to the job, he stayed there. He was there for a month. And I was at this other job, our old job that we both worked at. And that's when he told me, he was like, you need to leave that job and come on over here. And he started showing me them pay stubs, confirming the pay and stuff like that. And the dude, talked to his boss, and his boss called me over. His boss flew me out. You know what I'm saying? They flew me out. And once they flew me out, I gave up the truck that I had, because I had a truck that I was leasing at that time. I gave up that truck and went and got in one of their trucks. And I wasn't buying one of those trucks. I was renting their trucks for $1,200 a week. I was renting that truck for $1,200 a week. My checks would be like 37, sometimes 42. Then there'd be sometimes 22, 3,000. It varied. You know what I'm saying? But I rarely made up under $2,000 at that, unless I stayed. You know what I'm saying? That year I seen a big increase in my pay. And when I seen a big increase in my pay, I was able to do certain things for my wife and my family, go on vacations. And then my wife, she understood and she knew the vision. You know what I'm saying? She understood, she knew the vision. You know what I'm saying? She started to see the increase, you know what I'm saying? And the things that I've talked to her, told her about patience. My wife used to worry a lot. We went through a struggle, especially when we was a little bit younger. We went through a struggle, but guess what? My lights ain't never been cut off. We went through a process to where we was almost evicted. Lil Ron, at the time when he was born, we didn't have money to really get him clothes like that. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, my wife was 20 years old. I met her when she was 20. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm 9 years older than her. But guess what? We've never had lights cut off. We've always had heat. We always had our own. You know what I'm saying? And not only that is, now we have 4 children. And guess what? My kids have whatever they want. We're raising them right. You know what I'm saying? And we're doing what we need to do. We still have growth that we need to grow in, because we're always growing. But for the most part, it's times to where she was working and I wasn't really working at that time, because I was collecting unemployment and I got fired from the job and I couldn't even find a job. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even find a job. And God bless. That's why nobody can never tell me that God is fake or God ain't real. They'll be lying, because I know what the Most High did in my life, and I know what caused me to continue to persevere when that word will be popping up in me out of nowhere, because I put it in me, and the word will pop up in me, and it'll be like a meditation, to where the word is just springing up. I'm in the shower, the word just coming up. You know what I'm saying? Just in my mind, and cause building me up as a man. You know what I'm saying? So nobody can never tell me, you know what I'm saying, that God is not real, because I know that he's real. And when that lady told me that, I didn't really believe her at that time, but look, what she said, God is gonna take your money up, and you're gonna be able to take care of your family. It's gonna be more than enough. She told me that. And that's what God did. So if God can do it for me, he can do it for you. And I ain't even made it or arrived yet. You know what I'm saying? But he can definitely do it. And and so I know that. You know what I'm saying? And so this ain't nothing that I'm talking about. I'm 37 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting older. So I ain't finna be out here playing no games. I know what was done for me. I know what keeps my sanity, and that's what keeps me going and keeps me to persevere. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never got to the point to where a nigga can come and tell me and say God ain't real. You can't tell me nothing, because the experience that I've had and how God has raised me up, that got me through. Now, whatever you say might get you through, that might get you through. But that got me through, and it gets me through, and it continues to get me through. So then when I see my money increase like that, and I start linking up with brothers, them brothers was helping me out. Them brothers was giving me the game, and them brothers was providing paperwork to show this is real. You know what I'm saying? And you can do it. And these are older people that was helping me out. You know what I'm saying? And so we get into a place to where we need to be at that place. You know what I'm saying? And it's just really about staying focused, to be honest. And guess what? While I was going along doing it, I never stopped giving. I never stopped giving. I'm still giving along the way, bro. I was giving. Look, it's certain times I be giving. I can't even tell my wife that I be giving. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because my wife, sometimes if she be like, some people like to take advantage of you, or take advantage because you a nice person and you give a lot. They try to take your kindness for weakness. I never stop giving, bro. I'm always giving. I be letting people borrow money. Sometimes I don't even get the money back. You know what I'm saying? But that's on them. Because if I don't get the money back, then they can't come and ask me again, because they ain't honoring their word. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't have to borrow. Sometimes I just bless them with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always giving, bro. I've been always giving, bro, since the longest, bro. Why? Because I know, you know what I'm saying, that when you give and you do and you help people, bro, it's something that it's a good thing. People need it, and God looks out for those that give and that helps out, and so He looks out for those that we see that does things like that. And even if I don't ever give it back, bro, it's just the point. You know what I'm saying? If you got something and you can help somebody out, then do it then. And I've done that. I don't steal or take from the community, bro, and take their money or do none of those things, bro. If I ever try to open up a GoFundMe, which I never have opened up one because I don't know how to do it, it'll be for to help somebody to bury they kin, or somebody that is in need if their house or something. I've never done that. But if I do need to do it, I will do that. You know what I'm saying? And the proceeds ain't going to me, it's going all the way to them. And guess what? I'll probably be the one to give the highest out of anybody, because I've opened up the project to do it. So I'm not just talking to you about stuff that I don't do. These are things that I do that can be proven, bro. And so you don't state no facts, Lex. And so when we start looking at God giving me the very increase that I needed, you know what I'm saying, to support my family, my wife was understanding of that. And that's why I love her, because she's very understanding of that. And I'm not saying that we're perfect, because we're not. I'm saying, but at the same time, we can grow together. And as long as we be in unity, we can make it together, bro. And so my kids and this and that, they don't have to struggle and go through the things that I went through. My mother never told me that she loved me for reals. And my mother still don't tell me that she loved me today. You know what I'm saying? My father wasn't around, but my mother never told me that she loved me. And her mother never told her that she loved her like that. But for the most part is, I tell my kids I love them all the time. All the time. My son is 14 years old. I give him a kiss on his forehead and tell him I love him. I give him a hug and everything. I give Lil Ron be trying to run away, this and that, Levi too. Hey, I love y'all, man. Same thing with my daughter. I love y'all. My mom never told me that. My mom ain't never kissed me on the forehead and gave me a hug and sent me off to school. Never did none of that. My dad wasn't there, and even when I did come around in St. Louis, he never does that now. You know what I'm saying? Never calls me. I met my dad, got reunited with my dad when I was 15 or 16 years old. But guess who been carrying me all this time? My Father in heaven been carrying me. When it was times that I was ready to give up, God sent people around me. My auntie, them, you know what I'm saying? My auntie who was here, who was real big off into the Lord, she the one got me off into the church thing just as well too. At that time, I wasn't trying to hear that, but I remembered all what she did. And every time I would be reading that word, every time I always thought about giving up, it was that word that kept me, bro. It was that word that kept me. That's why I don't give up, bro. That's why I never give up, because the word come up in me. It seems like that ever since I read that Bible, it has become a part of me, to where every time even when I'm doing something that I'm not supposed to be doing, that word keep coming up in me, bro. It keep coming up in me. I can't get away from it, bro. So listen, this is what you got to understand. If you sit back and you didn't read this Bible, or you've been a Christian and you've been reading this Bible, right? And you know when you doing something wrong, or you know you running away from God. You know that you running. You know that you trying to you coming up under corruption. If you hear that word calling you, and certain scriptures steady coming up, that's what it was made to do, bro. So stop trying to get from apart from it. Just recognize it, bro. Recognize it and really come home to it. And I knew I had to come home to it, bro. Why? Because it kept dealing with me. The moment when I first read that Bible, when I first read it, it kept dealing with me, man. And so I couldn't run from it. Why? Because if something keeps coming up and keep dealing with you, how can you run from it? It's meant to play. It's meant to be there, to be in your mind and in your head. Therefore, when you're doing something wicked and doing something wrong, and it spring up in you and it start dealing with you, that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be a part of you. So then if you neglect to do what it's telling you to do, when you stand before God, you can't say you didn't know. Why? Because the word was always there telling you right then and there, even when you was corrupting yourself. So, you can't never tell me, what, this and that. So, good night, Bill for Speed. And so, I'm just letting you guys know that basically, this brother, that's the only reason why. Like I say, that's the only reason why, that I do what I do. So for this brother Saul to be coming on there talking this foolishness, man, this brother, I'm not charging brothers $50 or $500 for 30 minutes or to an hour to talk about some silly stuff. And even if it was some real stuff, I got papers. I told these brothers that can help their situation out to get their credit right. I didn't charge none of them brothers for none of that. I gave it to them for free, bro. Why? I paid for it actually, but I give it to other people for free because I want people's situation to be better than what it is. So when Lex get to talking about I'm jealous of him, and then when solving the race problem get to talking this silly stuff, I don't want to hear none of that, bro. I don't discriminate when it comes towards this word, yo. If you black, you white, you Asian, Native American, whatever color you seem to be, I got a mission to do. And that's to reconcile people back unto God. And so that's what the priests do. And so I'm a holy, a part of a holy nation in the priesthood. So that is my job, to reconcile people back unto God. So I'm not out here playing around and trying to get people out of money. Nah, bro. I'm not doing none of that. I really want to see people blessed and see people succeed. And so when I see people taking, even in the church, using people and getting their money, bro, that ain't funny to me, because I've been got for money before. So let's stop trying to get people for money and try to get people money, give people money, help people out. This lady getting up in her 50s, almost 60, and you want to be trying to still rob and steal and play Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. You supposed to be helping these people out, bro, with the strength that you got. You got all this energy to come and try to find me and say you want to whoop my behind. You need to use that energy to get to work and get it and work so you can help people out, bro. Trying to be Batman will be Batman on the job and stay and get some stability about yourself.
was fucking.
Yeah, and his kids probably running wild, acting a fool. You know, his kids don't listen to him, don't follow him, don't respect him because y'all probably the same height. You and your kids probably bullying you and picking on you. Like G-Con is a whole clown. That's why nobody in the community trusts him. That's why nobody in the community mess with him at all. Like nobody rides with G-Con.
And that's why he be jealous. Like he wondered, like, why do niggas even fucking listen to Lex? Because he's always comparing himself. It's because, nigga, at the least what I'm saying is not as boring and I can deliver it, nigga, without hold on.
A bumbling idiot who can't even get a sentence out without.
Right. And then he says, at least I can deliver it better. But brother, you have no substance behind your words. You want to speak great, but then where's the substance behind your words? What have you actually accomplished that you're speaking about? Nothing, bro. So it don't matter that you can speak great. I could stumble and bumble, but guess what? My words still have power and substance behind them. Why? Because I trust in the Almighty God. That's why. And because I trust in him, guess what? The words I speak, he puts power behind them. Why? Because I do what he tells me to do. And I'm not saying I'm perfect that I do it all the time, because I do miss certain doors that's open or do certain doors get closed. But for the most part, bro, we know already you have no substance, no power behind what you say.
Stuttering and falling and tripping all over himself. Like if you even listen to G-Con, what he talking about, like he's a walking contradiction. Like he'll talk about, you know, the book and talk about the Bible, but be the first one saying something carnal. Hold on, let me get that.
Right, but he likes this. This is what he wanted, bro. Because this is how he can feel like he's relevant. You know what I'm saying? He wants Lex talking about him, so he got what he wanted today. But it'd be the last time I address this fucking.
Grace and peace to the brother Yara, Elder Yara. Grace and peace,
bro. Faggot, man. For real, man. And that's right, nigga. I'm gonna put some fucking voodoo on you, bitch. So your fucking truck. I mean, I can't wait to hear the news of how you crash into the side of the fucking mountain and fucking explode. You fucking mamza.
And this how irrelevant he is, because he ran out a clout with a vocab. So then he trying to come back here like a stray dog looking for
exactly.
Like we don't trust you. You're not welcome over here. Like go with vocab. And this clown did a whole video. It's him and vocab and Cherry Beast and Cherry Big Ass, and they running around in Chicago, and vocab sicking them on the Hebrew Israelites, like two Negro lap dogs. Like go sick them, and they confronting Hebrew Israelite brothers out there, you know, trying to preach the word. And him and Cherry going over there sicking them while vocab hanging in the back laughing. He sick you on other black people to go talk to them, go argue with them while this white man sitting back.
Right, and then he lying on that because number one is Sister Cherry the one came and asked us, you know, and took us to the camps because she know where they be at. First of all, vocab was actually talking to them guys, the bigger guys over there talking to them because they wanted to talk to vocab. First of all, second of all, is that I was Sister Cherry was with me while I was talking, but mainly she was filming vocab because vocab they wanted to talk to him and they was waiting to get at vocab. And then even with that, when we was getting ready to leave, the other camp, which is ITR, they also wanted to talk with vocab, so we went there. You know what I'm saying? And if you notice, I stood back. They spent the whole time talking to vocab for the most part, the whole time ITR did, because they always be trying to talk to vocab. And most people want to have conversations, they be emailing him. But for the most part, you just doing a lot of lying, bro. And he was not sitting back in no background laughing or nothing. He was actually over there. If you look at it, he was talking to the bigger portion of these guys over there, having a conversation with them. So Cherry was filming me for a little while, but then she went over and she started filming vocab. So stop lying, bro. And for the most part, vocab had the most conversation with those guys, if anything, you know what I'm saying, because that's who they wanted to conversate with.
Back on the camera using you for views. You a clown, G-Con.
Right. And, you know, at the time when I was in that mindset, right, I was listening to vocab and I'm like, okay, you know, but what rubbed me the wrong way when I knew he was an agent is what he named his book. The name of this nigga's book is Barack Obama versus the Black Hebrew Israelites. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why would you? That's some old government, like, you know, it's like he's bringing attention, like Barack Obama versus the Black Israelites. That's the name of his book.
Like one got anything to do with the other. Like
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you make that association?
Man, you know what's crazy? Because matter of fact, I have the book right here. Let me see. I have the book. And I'll just show you guys something. Brothers, a lot of lying. I have the book in my cabinet. Where's that? Right here. All right, so I have that book right here, right? And it's called Barack Obama versus the Black Hebrew Israelites, right? It's an introduction to the history and beliefs of One West Hebrew Israelism, right? So I want to read the synopsis of this. It says, where is it at? Where is it? Okay, let's look at where is it at? Okay. So you guys can really know what's really going on here. Okay, here it is right. Here's the introduction right here. Okay. It is 1981. 1 year after Luke Skywalker discovered Darth Vader was his father. 1 year before Snake Eyes and Cobra Commander Grace Toys R Us shelves the year 21-year-old, the year a 21-year-old college student arrived in New York City to attend Columbia University. The young student's name was Barack Obama. His friends called him Barry. In 2016, so this how he got the title to this, which I thought was brilliant at first, because when he first gave me the title, you know, which I thought was silly at first, but then I realized it was brilliant. When he first gave me the title, I was in my mind like, why would this dude name this? This sounds stupid. You know what I'm saying? And so when I began to look at why he named it, I was like, oh, that's tough why he did that. So this is how he got it. He says, in 2016, Netflix released Barry, a film chronicling young Obama's search to find where he fits this world. The film shows the man who would later become the president of the United States playing basketball. I mean, the president of the world. I'm sorry. I need my glasses. I ain't got my glasses. I lost them. Well, they getting shipped to me to the house. It says the president of the United States playing basketball. It says playing basketball, learning, studying, arguing, partying, reading, dating, eating, wandering and wandering. Obama transferred from Oxy to Columbia in fall 1981. His apartment was on West 109th Street in Harlem between Amsterdam and Columbus, very close to the original One West Hebrew Israelite School. In one scene, Young Obama was walking through Harlem. The camera focuses on a man yelling at pedestrians through a microphone. As Obama engages him, the man reveals himself to be a Hebrew Israelite, hence the title of this pre-release book, Obama versus the Black Hebrew Israelites. The Barry movie debate scene is the launching pad from which we explore the basics of Hebrew Israelism, its history. Hold on. Okay, so this is where he got the title from. It's from that movie that was called Barry off of Netflix. And Obama engaged a Hebrew Israelite within that movie. So this is where he got the title from, right here. So, and I thought that was pretty neat because I was like, this title is stupid. Where you get this title from? And then once he told me where he got the title from, and I realized, oh, okay, so that's wise. I see it now. I see it. And so the introduction to this book talks about a lot of the One West camps and some of even the moderates. And it's a pretty good book, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, if you walking down the street and you start engaging the people in your neighborhood concerning the gospel, concerning the Bible, and they speaking the false gospel, then eventually you're going to deal with that because you know that that's not true. You know what I'm saying? And so it's becoming to where this thing is all around in America. And the ones who are the moderates, they don't speak for One West because One West is bigger than them. And so therefore they more outspoken. And so people look at One West, you know what I'm saying, and they work ethic harder than what they look at people that are the moderates of Israel. And so you got to understand that you definitely gonna get confronted, you know what I'm saying? And that's why we confronted a lot of these teachers, like for instance, the rape doctrine, you know what I'm saying? All these different doctrines that we see that's being taught that is not in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And people down there yelling at white people or this and that, and yelling at black people, Tazariak not letting an African boy go to a picnic because he's African or he's a Hamite supposedly, all this crazy stuff, man. And so this is stuff that has to be dealt with. And so that's my thing on that, you know what I'm saying? So that's how that went.
And a title that provocative, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this, like, and that's when I said I can't fuck with this dude. Because, even at the time when he first came out, I was, talking some Christian bullshit. So I was like, I'll listen to him. But then I realized the nigga was like, when I seen the title of the book, I'm like, yo. And then it's like, he goes so hard, right, against the Israelites being black people. And niggas know I go hard on that now, but I'm not saying that I'm saying that you're a greater people than them. Mm-hmm. But he believes that these are the chosen people, but he just don't want them to be black. Right. He don't want black people to be anything. We ain't the Canaanites, we ain't the Egyptians, we didn't invent shit. Right.
And all this nigga be lying. He turns around and talks about black people so foul and calls them Canaanites, right? The blacks of America know already that they're not Canaanites. Hopefully they know that. You know what I'm saying? Because genetically, autosomally speaking, they don't even trace back to the Middle East like that. You know what I'm saying? So even if they is an Israelite or whatever, you know what I'm saying, some of them do autosomally trace back. But if you're not one and you don't trace back genetically or you don't share any genetic information, you know what I'm saying, with people, Jews that's around the world, then you're not that. And so if you was a Canaanite, then clearly you will autosomally trace back to the Middle East, the Levant area, what we see is the Levant area today, but that's just not the case. And so then, you know, more people can make the argument and say, well, we come from that area and we are these people. You know what I'm saying, but you know, some of them might be that people. I don't really care. It doesn't really make a difference. If you are, that's not what I'm tripping off of. It's about the false doctrine that you're really teaching, you know what I'm saying? And how you're so much in the flesh worrying about who you are or what you are by the flesh rather than, you know, worried about getting people delivered and saved, you know what I'm saying? And doing the will of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And so none of that means anything. And so when he's saying this right here about I don't want black people, no, this and that, bro, you did a whole show talking about black people. You know what I'm saying, laughing about what people culturally think they is. You know, talking about the Bible. You know what I'm saying, telling them that what they feel what they feel is history to them, what they feel their culture is something that is really funny. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's not really funny, you know what I'm saying, at all. Now, when people misrepresenting the Bible, then I can see when you correct them, that's cool. But then when you start telling people that this history of the Bible, which everybody's history is in this book right here, when it comes towards the origin of man and God's plan for man, it's in this book, bro. And so when you telling people that this is not real, that bothers people. So you need to correct yourself, you know what I'm saying, get yourself together. Right. And I think I think the book is a good book to help help people to be aware of these false teachers that's going on out here. And that's not to say that people going around saying that, oh, this person is this or this person not an Israelite. It's not even for that. It's not even for that for reals. It's got a whole nother purpose to it.
The information that comes out, black people just ain't done shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is the same nigga.
And if you go back on Lex Vortex on videos he did prior to in the past, Lex has talked about black people real bad and actually said that they haven't done anything. And they the reason why Africa is like it is.
That tried to say when the dude got shot in St. Louis that he deserved it.
Because he's a sellout. Like I could see a sellout from
right. And I didn't say that he deserved. You're lying, Lex. What I said was I said that, you know what? I was like that when we be out there, we be living any kind of way, we be doing certain things. God said that he will give you over to the enemy, or he will give you over to stuff that happens like that. And so when you got a person that's doing certain things, that's living a foul type of life, when certain things happen to them, I kind of don't even be looking at it like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that wasn't going to happen. No, I knew it was going to happen because I knew the type of lifestyle that you was living. And so that's the thing. It's people that I be looking at who I be saying, man, the type of lifestyle that they living, they ain't gonna live that long if they don't repent and get it together. And sure enough, it's some years later, I found out that this person got killed. And I was like, when did that person get killed? Well, you could tell that you could predict and tell it's be almost like you a prophet. That when people live in a certain type of reckless lifestyle, they're not gonna live that long. They're either gonna be in jail or they're gonna get killed. You can look at that. It don't take a rocket science to know that certain people that's doing certain things, that's terrorizing the community, that don't want to listen to their parents, that's living certain type of ways. It says in the Bible, it says clearly that you shorten your days by doing stuff like that. And it ain't even got to say it in the Bible. Everybody knows that happens when you live in a type of lifestyle that is not pleasing at all.
3 miles away, and G-Con been that. And if you even watch them streams when it's him and Vocab, he be up there skinning and grinning, cheesing, you know, talking different, sounding different, and just chiming in and just trying to get clout. Because like G-Con, your channel is stagnant. You're not putting out no information. You use stuff like this for views because you don't have no content. You don't put out no information. Nobody looks to you for an intellectual breakdown of anything because you're just a moron that drive trucks. If it don't deal with driving trucks or lying about the Bible, don't speak on it. You a clown. You've been a clown. I never trusted you since day one. And that's why every time he around, I bomb on G-Con. And everybody clown you. Like, where do you go that anybody got an ounce of respect for you? And you beating on your wife? You supposed to be a man of the Most High, and you beating on your wife.
Yeah. And say you ain't got a...
And then you know what's so crazy? Is Lex got this started about me beating on my wife. And here comes solving the race problem. He come in, he grabbed hold of it, he started lying. Like, did you ever ask where Lex got that from? And why would he be saying that? Because the only thing he see on my thing is a domestic violence charge, and that's it. And so when he see that, the first thing he say is, I'm beating on my wife. You's a fool, bro. You believe that?
Domestic violence case, you lying piece of shit. I thought the woman was supposed to, didn't the Bible say she's an extension of you, nigga? The fuck, your little ass.
And how can she be an extension and you on the road all the time? And she running around behind your back, 7 kids at home, and you ain't doing nothing for them.
Right, you know ain't no woman going for that, man.
And then he says 7 kids and you ain't doing nothing for them. Bruh, it's not nothing that my kids want for, bruh. From my oldest son, I got 4 kids. They don't want for nothing, bruh. So you sitting up here slandering and lying, bruh. Both of y'all brothers lying. And it's the brother that y'all want to be doing a seminar and talk about he deal with schools and other type of stuff. This brother is a fool. This brother is silly. And this brother's a liar. That's why when he got to talking about that $50 or $500, I knew the nigga was a con then and not G-Con.
If she gonna get some dick, you gonna believe that. You know what I mean? And then when the nigga get home, he's still on the internet.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, because he always like, what do you got going on? He be on here on the trucks.
How'd you even have all them babies, nigga? Artificial insemination?
Right, them kids probably look like his best friend.
All of them got them big ass foreheads. the fucking cone heads.
And my kids got them foreheads, but guess what? They beautiful too, and I love all of them.
Them foreheads are motherfucking dominant trait, dominant phenotype.
Yo, and if you just watch that video, I'm telling you, that video with him and Vocab and Cherry, it's a sickening video, man. It's terrible to watch. Like, your stomach gonna get upset. You gonna cringe at this video. It's terrible. It should
be the foreheads, nigga. That should be the last name. God damn, the motherfucker. That nigga talking about motherfucking phenotypes and all that, nigga. That forehead is the mark of Cain, nigga. God damn.
What you think up underneath his kufi? That's why he always wear that kufi. He hiding something serious underneath that kufi. You a clown, G-Con.
And you know what's crazy? I didn't talk about Lex with that leg that he got with one foot is shorter than the other one too, because I could have talked about that. I never said anything about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You came with them Shaq dunks on, and you was walking with one leg longer than the other one, and you really need a special shoe for that. I never said anything about that, bro. I could have flamed you on that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I'm talking about.
That nigga got a motherfucking mountain ridge on that on the end of that motherfucking hairline, nigga.
And if he wasn't so much of a coon, like I probably, I can deal with somebody I disagree with. But you a coon and you disagreeable, and just watch how he operate. He only come on to cause discord and start arguments over nothing. Like it could be a good build, everybody talking, whatever. And he just want to come in and start bombing it and causing discord. That's all.
Yeah, that's why I was heated today, because I'm like, it's a good show. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I've been the last couple of days. We had some good shows. He built it. Soon as this motherfucking forehead come on, it just goes to shit. Wait. Let me ask you a question. It's just like, yo, will you calm the fuck down, you little fucking chihuahua? This nigga like a chihuahua, dog. You just like a chihuahua with an all bark. Right. God damn.
And acting like he doing something meaningful in the community. He just driving packs all across the country. Like, you dedicating all that time and energy driving packs. How come you're not building up a family? Like how come your congregation and people, them idiots who follow you on YouTube, how come they struggle and your channel is struggling and you reaching for content? You get what I'm saying?
Right. And it ain't like, yo, let me tell you something, man. The nigga don't even understand the information he's saying. He just parroted. You know what I'm saying? David Roll and motherfucking Kent Hovind. And he don't understand what he's saying.
You know, it's crazy because Kent Hovind is one of his favorites. And he even said it. It's on record. He loved Kent Hovind. So I don't even know why this clown even said that. Like everything that he says about me is that, and he says, I don't understand the information. This is why he won't go through the information with me. Because he don't understand it. And when I'm breaking down the information to him about how things work, you know, when it comes to subatomic particles, and then when it comes also to geology and nuclear physics, this brother will not have that conversation with me. Him and Ayami was lying today. And you know why he cuts me off and he don't want to go into deep into the conversation about date methods? Because he don't know what he talking about. And so because he don't want to know what he talking about, he tries to cut me off. You know what I'm saying? That's why he mad. That's why he did this show. Because he was sitting up there lying and I came in and I ruined his show with some information that he did not like. And so therefore he wants to get mad and do a show about me.
That's what makes it so crazy. I know the nigga though. Wait a minute, there's two isotopes, and it turns into lead 320. Fucking country ass, bunking ass nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about.
And then had the nerve to say that he used to rob with some hitters in the Bloods or something like that. I say, nigga, nobody would believe that. Like, who would ever have you around? Like, anybody with some sense would never be around you in real life and ever deal with you. And the stuff you were saying, the few people who was with him, you know, and he found out a little bit of information and then want to tell all your business and gossip about you. You're a sucker.
Exactly. That's what I'm...
Right. And so, like, look at this. Look at this. This is so girly. This brother sits up here, jumps on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Solving the race problem. It's so girly. This brother acts so girly. Like, this brother say, you know, what I didn't used to be. This brother don't even know me. That's like me saying what he used to be. That's how when you know when people is just too girly, man. Like, you know, bro, like, to be honest, bro, like, you know, you like, you foolish for even saying that. You know, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you mad, you know what I'm saying, because I've been exposing your foolishness, but that's enough of that. I just want to show you this clown solving the race problem, as well as this clown Lex Vortex and solving the race problem, validating the stuff that Lex Vortex was doing. And then you got solving the race problem coming in talking about how he's trying to help the community out and how he helped families out and stuff like that. But then he allows Lex to say that he's going to kill my wife and my kids and stuff like that. But with that being said, I'm about to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Grace and peace to y'all out there. You know, and I will get with you guys in a minute, you know. Make sure how do I see where I'm at with this?